in collaboration with Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council. We are fortunate to have the chief guest for today's conference, Dr. Nirmaljit Singh Kalsi, Honorable Chairman, National Council for Vocational Education and Training, and also the guest of honor, Mr. C.K. Kumaravel, CEO and co-founder of Natural Salon and Spa. We are also fortunate to have other dignitaries, Ms. Monica Bhatt, CEO, Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council, along with our Honorable Chancellor, Sir, Dr. S.B. Muzumdar, Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Madam, Dr. Swati Muzumdar, and our beloved Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma. I welcome all the dignitaries and our students and staff for this National Skills Conference. As you all are aware that Symbiosis has established India's first skill university at Pune, namely Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, and the second at Indore, namely Symbiosis University of Applied Sciences. I'm happy to inform the dignitaries that Symbiosis has invested more than 800 crores in creating state-of-the-art campuses at Indore and Pune. This goes to show Symbiosis' commitment to the area of skill development. It would have been great if this national conference could have happened on campus. Nevertheless, we can have a virtual tour and we will watch the video of our campus, which shows all the speakers and also this is
अपने पांच बाहुबल के द्वारा, अपने उंगलियों के हुनर के द्वारा, अपने कौशल्य के द्वारा विश्व का हृदय जीत सके, ऐसे नौजवानों का सामर्थ्य हम तैयार करना चाहते हैं.
If you want to take advantage of demographic dividend, it is necessary that we must give jobs to our young men and women. And how can you give them jobs? We can give them jobs by imparting skill education. And in order to satisfy this need, I am glad that Symbiosis has established a very unique university of its kind in our state, and that university is Symbiosis Skills and Open University.
Welcome to SSOU, Symbiosis Skills and Open University, to skill India, to build India. SSOU is India's first residential skills and open university.
Students were not looking at entering the field of skill-based education because of two important reasons. The first reason was that there was a complete lack of vertical mobility. That is, from certificate courses all the way up to degree courses in skill-based education are not available today. The second important reason is that there is no social acceptability of people who have skills, who work with their hands.
Equipped with specialized skill training machinery and equipment as per industry specifications, SSOU ensures a minimum 70% of teaching is imparted through hands-on training and practicals at centers of excellence, learning factories and industry engagements. Our teaching pedagogy inculcates not only our value-based Indian ethos, but also the use of cutting-edge technologies like simulations and augmented reality. The Department of Interdisciplinary Sciences provides programs in soft skills, life coping skills, leadership, entrepreneurship skills, and foreign languages. Symbiosis Skills and Open University, on a mission to build and nurture skills as one of the greatest acts of nation building. Bringing about a revolution in higher education.
partners are enriched. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, I would take this opportunity to introduce him, Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, who is a computer engineer with more than 36 years blend of experience from research and development in ISRO, Ahmedabad, to Toshiba Corporation, Tokyo, Japan, and as a managing director for 7 years of Rajasthan State Government PSU, engaged in e-governance project, and as Director General in NIELIT, Mighty Government of India. He has been associated with framing and alignment of NVEQF and later on NSQF with various courses in IT sector. Presently, he is also a member with many government committees engaged in education and skilling. I now request sir to brief about skilling and conference.
नमस्कार, माननीय अध्यक्ष, नेशनल काउंसिल फॉर वोकेशनल एजुकेशन एंड ट्रेनिंग, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ स्किल डेवलपमेंट एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, जो आज के समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि हैं, डॉक्टर निर्मलजीत सिंह कलसी साहब, परम आदरणीय चांसलर एंड प्रेसिडेंट सिम्बोसिस स्किल्स एंड प्रोफेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी पुणे, डॉक्टर एस.बी. मजूमदार सर, आदरणीय प्रो चांसलर SSPU, डॉक्टर स्वाति मजूमदार मैडम, माननीय मिसेज मोनिका बहाल, CEO, ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस सेक्टर स्किल काउंसिल, माननीय श्री C.K. कुमरावेल, CEO एंड को फाउंडर ऑफ नेचुरल सलून एंड स्पा, ई-डायस पर उपस्थित मेरे सभी साथीगण, ऑफ ई-डायस अतिथिगण, मेरे साथीगण, विद्यार्थी, देश के युवा एवं युवाओं के माता पिता, पुनः मैं सिम्बोसिस स्किल्स एंड प्रोफेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी के बिहाफ पर आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं इस एक दिवसीय कॉन्फ्रेंस के उपरांत। विशेष तौर पर मैं डॉक्टर कलसी साहब का बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूं, जिन्होंने मेरे से वार्ता के बाद बिना समय गंवाए, बिना कुछ सोचे अपनी स्वीकृति दी और आज हमारे बीच वो मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में यहाँ उपस्थित हैं। आज की ये एक दिवसीय राष्ट्रीय कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन इमरजेंस ऑफ ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस सेक्टर इन इंडिया स्किलिंग इकोसिस्टम बहुत ही सोचा हुआ और सही समय पे एक गोष्ठी का विषय है, क्योंकि वर्तमान के हालात एवं परिस्थितियों को ध्यान में रखते हुए इस विशिष्ट गोष्ठी का प्लान किया गया है। क्योंकि हम जानते हैं कि हमारा भारत देश युवाओं का देश है, जहां लगभग 62% जनसंख्या वर्किंग एज ग्रुप में आती है। वर्किंग एज ग्रुप का जब मैं जिक्र कर रहा हूं तो 15 to 59 वर्ष में आती है और लगभग 52% जनसंख्या जो है वो 25 साल से कम है। और ये हमारे देश की स्थिति आने वाले लगभग आगे 10 साल तक रहेगी। हमें इस 10 साल के जो एक हमें स्वर्णिम मौका मिला है, यदि हम चाहते हैं कि हमारा देश विश्व गुरु बने तो हमें इस मौके को सही उपयोग करना है और हमें इसको आगे स्किलिंग पे और एजुकेशन सिस्टम पे ध्यान देना है। और मेरा ये मानना है कि यह युवा कौशल ही भारत का आधार है। इस समय हर राज्य सरकार, भारत सरकार आत्मनिर्भर भारत की बात कर रही है। मेरा तो ये मानना है कि इस आत्मनिर्भर भारत का आधार भी स्किल इंडिया है। इस कोविड महामारी के समय हर व्यक्ति हेल्थ कॉन्शियस है और स्पेशली जब इतनी सारी दवाइयां वो इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाने के लिए ले रहा है तो ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस पर सबका ध्यान जाने लगा है। आज से पहले हर आदमी ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस के बारे में इतना नहीं सोचता था, पर अब ऐसा लगने लगा है कि ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस का एक बहुत बड़ा रोल है। ये भी कहा गया है कि ए ग्रेटेस्ट गिफ्ट यू कैन गिव योरसेल्फ इज ए लिटिल बिट ऑफ योर ओन अटेंशन। इसका मतलब कि हमें आज अपने ऊपर, अपनी ब्यूटी वेलनेस के ऊपर, अपनी हेल्थ के ऊपर आज ध्यान देने का समय आ गया है। इसलिए ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस का बहुत बड़ा रोल हो गया है और इसके लिए ये कॉन्फ्रेंस का बहुत बड़ा एक महत्वपूर्ण हो गई है, जिसमें ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस के सेक्टर से जुड़े सभी महाअनुभव, एक्सपीरियंस होल्डर दिन भर ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस से जुड़ी सभी पहलुओं पर चर्चा करेंगे और अपना अनुभव शेयर करेंगे। ये भी बताएंगे कि किस तरह ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस स्किल जीविका का एक साधन बन सकती है, किस तरह इसमें एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलप की जा सकती है, किस तरह इसमें स्टार्टअप सेटअप किए जा सकते हैं किस तरह फ्रीलांसिंग की जा सकती है। कहने का तात्पर्य है कि ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस सेक्टर की सभी पहलुओं पर चर्चा की जाएगी। ये भी हम लोग सुनते हैं कि स्वस्थ दिमाग स्वस्थ शरीर में निवास करता है और यही ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस का एक निष्कर्ष है। विश्व में ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस उद्योग प्रथम 10 सबसे तेज उत्पन्न हो रहे उद्योगों में से एक है और इस उद्योग में स्किल और रोजगार की प्रचुर संभावनाएं हैं। इसी बात को ध्यान में रखते हुए सिम्बोसिस स्किल एंड प्रोफेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी में अपने यहाँ पे स्कूल ऑफ ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस का शुभारंभ 2017 में किया था, जहाँ पे कि इंडस्ट्रियल टाई अप करके हमने इंडस्ट्री के साथ एक लैब सेटअप भी की है, जहाँ पे कि बेसिक पर्पज यही है हमारा, लर्न वाइल डूइंग एंड लर्न एंड अर्न। ये दो चीजों को हम ध्यान में रखते हुए बच्चों को शिक्षा ज्ञान देते हैं। और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आज की इस वर्कशॉप के बाद, कॉन्फ्रेंस के बाद, जितने भी विभिन्न पहलू जो ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस से हैं या स्किलिंग किस तरह दी जा सकती है, इस बारे में वार्ता की जाएगी, जो कि हम सबके लिए बड़ी हितकारी और लाभकारी होगी। मैं मानता हूं कि हर एक इस एक दिवसीय राष्ट्रीय कॉन्फ्रेंस में श्रोताओं को ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस के सभी पहलुओं के बारे में ज्ञान मिलेगा। ये भी पता चलेगा कि ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस सेक्टर में किस तरह की स्किल होनी चाहिए, किस तरह का मेकअप स्किल होनी चाहिए, किस तरह की नेल टेक्नीशियन स्किल होनी चाहिए, किस तरह की ब्यूटी थेरेपी होनी चाहिए। मतलब कहने का मतलब कि जिस तरह की भी जो स्किल सेट्स जो रिक्वायर्ड है ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस सेक्टर में, उसके बारे में पता लगेगा। ब्यूटी एंड वेलनेस सेक्टर, जैसा कि आगे जो मेरे वक्ता बताएंगे आपको, कि ऑलरेडी इस सेक्टर में लगभग 20% की कम्युलेटिव एनुअल ग्रोथ रेट है। इन सभी चीजों को ध्यान में रखते हुए और समय की बाध्यता को देखते हुए मैं अपनी वाणी को यहीं विराम दूंगा और पुनः मैं आप सबको धन्यवाद दूंगा कि आप लोगों ने अपना कीमती समय निकाला और हमारे बीच पधारे। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating words. Our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Madam Dr. Swati Muzumdar, is a global thought leader and renowned expert in higher education and skill-based vocational education. She is a policy advisor and a member of many committees in the area of skill development at the state and the central level, as well as she is a member of UNESCO's think tank. I now request Dr. Swati Muzumdar, our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, to give brief introduction about Symbiosis Skill and Professional University, Pune, which is Maharashtra's first skill-based university. Over to you, Madam.
So first of all, a very rainy and warm welcome from Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. I welcome Honorable Chief Guest for today's function, Dr. Kalsi ji, Honorable Guest of Honor, Shri Kumar ji, Madam Monica Bahel, who has once again been a co-host and kindly supported us in today's event. Our Honorable Chancellor, respected Dr. Majumdar sir, our respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ashwini Kumar. I also see other speakers who have come for today's event. Leena Khandekar, who has always been a great support and strength of pillar for this university, for the Department of Beauty and Wellness, as well as all other distinguished speakers for today's national conference, and the staff, and very importantly, the students of the School of Beauty Wellness as well as students of the university. Indeed, it's a great occasion to celebrate skilling in the beauty wellness sector by arranging such a national conference on a very, very relevant topic, which is not just about beauty, but about wellness. And especially in the COVID pandemic, wellness is so very important for each one of us. And I congratulate the School of Beauty and Wellness, its director, Dr. Archana, as well as their staff, for thinking of such a relevant conference, especially during the pandemic times. And I also thank the Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council, Madam Kochar as well as Madam Behel, who have not only supported us in arranging this conference and making it happen today, but they've always been very, very encouraging of the activities that the School of Beauty and Wellness has undertaken at the university. So thank you again, and thank you to all the distinguished speakers for coming here and agreeing to share their thoughts in today's national conference. Sir, this university was established as Maharashtra's first skill university. It was established in 2017 under the Maharashtra state legislation enacted in May of 2017. This university, as you saw in the short film, is spread over 15 acres of campus adjoining the Pune-Mumbai Expressway. The reason for us to start this university is because our team has been doing research for the last 15 years in the area of skill development and vocationalization of education. And I got an opportunity to chair the Maharashtra government's committee to draft a policy in this regard in 2008, when the country was just warming up to the idea of skill-based education. During our research, we found that in Maharashtra, there were more than 5 lakh students who were pursuing various skill-based courses in ITIs, polytechnics, and even short-term courses. However, there was complete lack of vertical mobility from certificate to diploma to degree in skill-based education. The second problem was the lack of social acceptability for people who work with their hands and people who have skills. Unfortunately, in our society, graduates who may not have a job have better social acceptability than those who have skills and making a good livelihood for themselves. To bridge this gap and to meet the demands of the industry for skilled manpower, Symbiosis decided to establish a skill university. We first established the Symbiosis University of Applied Sciences at Indore, as Archana mentioned in her opening remarks, in 2016. And the second skill university, which is Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, was established at Pune in 2017. Dr. Kalsi sir, I'm happy to inform you that this small experiment that we started in skill-based education has really succeeded. And today in both these universities, thousands of students are pursuing various skill-based courses at all levels, not only at the degree level, but also at certificate and diploma level. I'm also happy to share with you that this experiment has succeeded because the first batch of students who has passed out of our Indore University as well as our Pune University have received 100% placements. And not only that, many of our students have started their own businesses and small startups, especially in the area of beauty and wellness. I'm happy to share with you that majority of our students are not job seekers, but they are job givers, and they have started something of their own. I really feel that the success of a university, and that to a skill university, can be judged on these factors: that can we really create industry ready youth? Can we really create youth who can not only take up jobs offered by the industry, but who can also start their own businesses? And I think with both these yardsticks, these two universities have received, by God's grace, a lot of success in its initial years itself. Sir, when we decided on which courses we should launch in these two universities, we spent a lot of time interacting with the industry, especially the regional and local industry. And the feedback that we got from the industry was for starting courses which will exactly match their demands. One such sector was the beauty and wellness sector. We collaborated with Enrich, which is an internationally acclaimed salon chain, and their founders were very, very supportive. We established an Enrich and Symbiosis Beauty Training Academy at the campus, where our students can obtain hands-on practical training. And with their support, as well as the support of the Beauty Wellness Sector Skill Council, who have been there with us every step of the way, right from designing the curriculum, finding out what skills and competencies are required in the beauty wellness students, right up to designing the entire program. With their help, we have been able to launch a 3-year BSc in beauty and wellness program, which I'm happy to share with you, sir, is the only one of its kind in India. In fact, when the UGC sent a committee for inspection, they have put it on record that they appreciate this university has such a program in one of the most upcoming sectors of beauty and wellness. And that too, not a short-term program, but a full 3-year degree program as BSc in beauty and wellness. And not only do we deal with beauty sector here, but I'm happy to inform you that we also cover wellness related subjects, right from yoga and meditation to pranic healing to alternative therapies, and other such areas are covered in the curriculum for this program. And today we are so happy that the students are not only learning from the syllabus, but they are actually learning by doing. As Benjamin Franklin said, that if you tell me, I forget. If you teach me, I may remember. But if you do it with me, I learn. And we are following this motto in the university. We have created centers of excellence and learning factories in collaboration with the industry, where students receive practical hands-on training. Just like the beauty wellness sector, we have collaborated with Shoppers Stop for the retail sector, and we have set up a retail shop on the campus where students feel like they have gone to a mall and they can practice all retail skills right there on the campus itself. Similarly, for the engineering sector, we have collaborated with a German company called Lucas Nulle, which manufactures specialized skill training equipment, which trains students not only on the present technology, but also on the future technology, such as hybrid vehicles, electric cars, and so on. Our engineering students are also getting trained on what is happening today and what is going to happen in the future. This is the only university in India where industry has collaborated to set up centers of excellence and learning factories of this kind, where students can get practical training and hands-on experience so that they can be better prepared to take up the jobs in the market. Our students are trained in such a way that as soon as they pass out, they are becoming job ready from day one. This also saves the industry a lot of training cost and training time. We have received, sir, an excellent response from the industry. Our Board of Studies and Academic Council comprises of industry experts from all domains and all sectors. And the university only starts those programs which are required by the industry and not conventional programs like BA or BCom. So this university is truly meeting up the skill mission of our Honorable Prime Minister, and we are happy that whatever are the provisions in the new education policy, such as credit transfer, recognition of prior learning, or recognizing people who already have skills, all these parameters and all these facilities are already imbibed in the university's unique teaching learning pedagogy, which we have rolled out 6 years back. So what the NEP has today has actually been implemented by the university since the last 5-6 years. I hope that one day, not only you, but also our guest of honor and other distinguished speakers can come to the university and visit this university. Sir, on a passing note, I would like to also add that we have requested the skill ministry on numerous occasions. We have given presentations that for skill universities, the skill ministry should set up different parameters, such as those rules for hiring professors. As you are aware that the UGC mandates that only PhD degree holders should be hired as teachers in a university. But such parameters are stifling for a skill university, because in a skill university, the kind of people that you require are those who have hands-on skills and experience from the industry, not PhD degrees. So there are many such parameters which we have been requesting again and again to the skill ministry that they should look at this differently. Another important suggestion that we have made to the skill ministry is to set up a skill council of India, which can evolve guidelines for skill universities, which will be conducive and suitable for the universities which are operating in the skill development and vocational education sector. Since you are part of the skill ministry, I thought of bringing out these two suggestions to you, and I do hope that at some point you can take them up with the appropriate people in the skill ministry. So once again, on behalf of Symbiosis, I thank you. I also thank our guest of honor and all other distinguished speakers for having taken out time today. I also thank our Honorable Chancellor for taking out time today and being part of this national conference. I do hope and request that at some point all of you can come and visit this unique skill university and give us your suggestions for improvement. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Your words always motivate us. I'm happy to introduce to you our beloved and respected Chancellor, Sir, Dr. S.B. Muzumdar. He is the president and founder of Symbiosis and recipient of several awards, most notably the Padma Shri awarded in 2005 and the Padma Bhushan awarded in 2012. Dr. Muzumdar sir established Symbiosis in 1971 as a home away from home for foreign students studying in India. Today, Symbiosis is spread over many campuses across India. I now request our beloved Chancellor, Sir, Dr. S.B. Muzumdar, to deliver his address.
Namaste to all of you. Today's distinguished chief guest, Dr. Nirmaljit Singh Kalsi, Dr. Swati Muzumdar, Pro-Chancellor of this university, Dr. Sharma, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Archana Enapure, who is the Director of School of Beauty and Wellness of this university, the distinguished speakers, staff members, and my dear students. Let me thank Pro-Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor for inviting the right person for right conference, and that is Nirmaljit Kalsi. He has wonderful qualifications, B, M.Tech, even PhD from Thapar University, and therefore is the right person to give direction to this national seminar, national skill conference. In fact, whatever I wanted to tell you today has been covered by either Swati and Dr. Sharma. But to you, sir, I would like to mention only one thing. India has a population of 134 crores, and nearly 50 crores are is a young population between 17 and 24. That means this 50% young population provides us a demographic opportunity. And this demographic opportunity can be converted into demographic dividend, provided, and this is very important, proviso is very important, provided we invest in health, education, and skills of these 67 crore population. Can you believe it? 67, there is no other country in the world which has 67 crore young population. And this population is many times more than the total population of America, total population of UK, in fact, total population of all European countries put together. So we are passing through a very, very beneficial, crucial, and significant period of demographic dividend. And as rightly said by Swati and Dr. Sharma, we must seize this opportunity with both hands. And the only way to do it is to skill these persons, skill this young population. And this is a big asset for all of us because whereas we are young, India is young, India has the best working population, European countries, America, and so many other countries, they don't have such young population. And therefore, if we reap the advantages of demographic dividend, then we will not be able to cater to the needs of our own country, but we will export talent to all these countries. And that is the best opportunity for our country. But if we fail to do it, this demographic dividend may result into demographic disaster. And therefore, Dr. Welshi, let me tell you that India has 1,043 universities, more than 42,000 colleges, and more than 4 crore students. And all these students are mostly in traditional, conventional universities, obtaining BA, BSc, BCom, even BA degrees. And they are of no use to either to their parents or to society or to our country. So the best way is to provide them skill-based degree courses, skill-based postgraduate courses. But unfortunately, in India, skills have been regarded as something which are not prestigious, something which don't require a status. And therefore, it is Symbiosis for the first time thought that let us give dignity to skills. And we can do it by providing degrees and postgraduate degrees and PhDs, even in some skills, ordinary skills, such as plumbing, such as electricity, such as wellness and what should I say? Wellness and what is it? Beauty and wellness. Yes. So there are so many skills which are otherwise considered ordinary skills, which have no social status, but we can upgrade them. And we in Symbiosis thought that we can do so by providing degrees and postgraduate programs in these skills. And Beauty and Wellness program is perhaps the only program in India. I may be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that it is the only our university which provides undergraduate courses, a PSc, MSc, or even PhD in Beauty and Wellness program will go a long way. My last request is, Mr. Dr. Nirmal Kumar is one thing. In fact, skilled universities require a horse to drive, but unfortunately, we have elephant to drive because UGC has put unwanted, irrelevant qualifications for the professors, associate professors, and assistant professors in skilled university. I myself have a PhD, MSc, BSc in botany. What am I to do in skilled university? So a time has come for a dynamic person like you, a very well-qualified person like you, for an influential person like you are the chairman of this council. A word from you, and a very strong word from you, will go a long way in persuading the government to establish, I will say, even commission on par with University Grant Commission. But at least create skill development council, and that should prescribe the qualifications required for professor, associate professor, and even assistant professor in skill university. If that is done, we will get many competent persons from industry. You see, there may be some person in industry who has 10 or 20 years experience in beauty and wellness, but he is not eligible even to be appointed as assistant professor. Why? Because he doesn't satisfy written qualifications laid down by University Grant Commission. Unless this particular obstacle overcome, I don't think skilled universities will do their job as efficiently as we expect them to do. It is my earnest request to you, therefore, Kalsiji, to think over this problem of skill universities seriously and do something so that skill universities will flourish in our country. In fact, instead of opening new traditional and conventional universities, our government should think of opening not only skill universities, but even skill colleges and skill schools. Skilling is going to be the word, the buzzword for the prosperity of this country. As our Prime Minister rightly said, skill India. Kaushal India can only make Kushal India. With these few words, sir, I once again welcome you. Thank you so much for your time and God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for opportunity us. It's a privilege to hear and learn from you, sir. Now I am happy to introduce today's chief guest, Dr. Nirmaljit Kalsi. Sir is a member of Indian Administrative Services 1984 batch Punjab cadre, presently serving as chairman, National Council of Vocational Education and Training, formerly served as a chairman State Police Complaint Authority Punjab, after superannuating an additional chief secretary, Home Affairs and Justice, Government of Punjab. He served for 38 years in public service in the Ministry of Home Affairs, NTPC, and in railways. Now I invite Dr. Nirmaljit Kalsi sir to deliver his address.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Dr. S.P. Majumdar, Chancellor, Symbiosis, Skill and Professional University, Pune. Dr. Swati Majumdar, Pro Vice Chancellor. Dr. Ashwani Kumar Sharma ji, Vice Chancellor. Ms. Monica Bahal, CEO of Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council. Dr. Archana, Director of School of Beauty and Wellness. Mr. C.K. Kumarwal, CEO and co-founder of Natural Saloon and Spa, who is also the guest of honor. I'm very happy to be here today for this online conference, National Skilling Conference on emergence of beauty and wellness sector in India's skilling ecosystem. I'm also very happy to see that this is being organized by the School of Beauty and Wellness, Symbiosis Skill and Professional University, in association with the Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council of India. Now the time has come when skills are going to have the right place in this country. And that is what this symbolizes. I was extremely happy to know and understand, read about the Skills University. And I could never imagine that whatever we thought about 25 years back has been implemented. Let me share with you that 1996, we started the concept of a technical university in India. Punjab Technical University was the first technical university to be established in India. That was established in 96. That time I was Director of Technical Education. I wrote that entire statute in my own hand. 98, we conducted a detailed study on vocationalization of school education. And we started vocational education as a subject in the school education. But unfortunately, could not give it that status which was required to be given. And this was always taken as a poor cousin of the mainline education. Now the time has come when the things are going to reverse totally. Honorable Prime Minister, he has a great vision of creating 500 million skilled workers by 2020. Now, all of you know that 93% of our workforce is informally employed. Only 7% are in the organized sector. 93% is in the unorganized sector. Another challenge which I see that if India has to really go for Atmanirbhar Bharat, 90% of its workforce needs skilling, reskilling, and upskilling. That is a fact. But a positive, very, very positive fact is that India has, even today, 47 million people after fulfilling all its requirement in the working age group. Whereas there is a huge deficit of skilled people across the world to the tune of 50 million people. So that's what the US census says. Now, if I come to the vision of the vocational education in India, vision is very, very clear to make India as the skill capital of the world. Also to increase the productivity of the existing workforce. So mantras are upskilling, reskilling, and realigning the existing workforce with the new job. Then ensuring timely availability of highly skilled workforce for the shifting industry, the industry which is shifting from different countries to India. And there are mega projects in the pipeline. So we understand the requirement of jobs, what is there to come in future. So we have to be ready for that. Then addressing the future skill gap. Now, in a short while, I'll come to future trends. And for implementing those trends, we need to have a huge change in our thought process, the way we teach people, the way we train people. Also, you need a very different kind of regulation which empowers the stakeholders, as was rightly being pointed out, that the same yardstick will not apply here what applied to the General University. And that is why I created the Punjab Technical University. When I created that university, there was a lot of opposition. And then I took that plea that the other faculties don't understand what an engineer needs. And that is why we need a separate skill university. Ultimately, we want to make the vocational education more aspirational. It has to be aspirational. Majboori nahi honi chahiye. Aspirational hona chahiye. It has to be outcome centric. It has to result into either generation of employment or higher productivity or micro entrepreneurship. And very importantly, we have to look at blended mode of learning and teaching. Some online, some digital, on-site, and similarly physical. So we have to have a mix of this, both for teaching as well as for assessment. And therefore, we have to have e-content platforms, which we are going to share with general masses. Now, I'm very happy to see the kind of programs which you're offering. Now, all these are music to my ears. Now, I designed some of these programs about 20 years back for PTU. Unfortunately, even in PTU, we could not implement some of these platforms. I said PTU will not offer any bachelor's courses. They will only offer master's courses, that too multidisciplinary, not in a single discipline. We never wanted a university which offered any course in, say, mathematics or mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or any standalone courses. So it's basically robotics and rocket science, so subjects which are multidisciplinary. So we thought about those subjects, and I can see that mix of subjects here in this slide. I'm also very happy to see, this is what was shared with me, And I see that 70% teaching through experimental learning, outstanding. It's again a music to my ears. Skill centers and learning factories set up with industry, unique pedagogy and skill assessment, internships, industry experience faculty. I call them professors of practice. And that is what you need for your kind of a university. It has to be there. A simple PhD person like us will not be able to teach in a skill university. That is for sure. And nobody would take him seriously. Let us see uh, some of the mega trends which are visible. Now, these are the mega trends which are going to totally fructify by 2030. You have a very heterogeneous future wherein all generations would work together. अभी आज की डेट में इंडिया में 5 जनरेशन एक साथ काम कर रही है. 5 जनरेशन who have different values, different knowledge of technology, different culture, work culture. Also, you will see a terabyte era. So everything is going to be terabyte. अभी तो GB में है मोबाइल फोन. It will be in terabyte, 5G, AI. All that will be absolutely in your hand. Hyper localization, that is another area. More than 10,000 small satellites surrounding the Earth. And geofencing will be with an accuracy of few centimeters. So you'll be able to do that. If you want to deliver a pizza using a drone, that would be very much possible with absolute accuracy. Zero latency and zero buffering world. Now, 5G, edge computing, AI, quantum computing, virtual reality, all these are going to be our daily life. Today they are there, but they are elite technologies. By 2025 and 2030, you will see them happening everywhere. Then transhumanism. Now, it's a new phase of technology where there is hardly any difference between the human and the technology, where the human leaves and the technology takes over. So that line is disappearing. Similarly, personalized retail. The systems are going to have so much information about a person that they will be able to bombard you with absolute personalized retail, understanding your mind very minutely. आपको बेचना कैसे है, आप कैसे खरीदोगे, रेफरेंस से खरीदोगे, वैल्यू के लिए खरीदोगे, एक्सक्लूसिविटी के लिए खरीदोगे, they will understand that. Integrated mobility. 2030, now user transit experience will shift from more connected, personalized, and on-demand multimodal service. Similarly, everything will be offered as a service. You don't have to have anything really. You can order anything as a service. Any software as a service. You don't have to develop any software. Building blocks are there. Just order everything as a service. Like cloud is a service today, but in addition to cloud, whatever new business you want to start, whatever new functions you want to have, you can start those functions in just a matter of few minutes. Then future economies are going to be more Asia-centric rather than America and Europe-centric. And that shift has already taken place. And one of the most important trends is future of healthcare. The adoption of smart healthcare coupled with potential of precision medicine will accentuate the era of preventive healthcare. And this is where beauty and wellness comes in. Now, if you see the trends in healthcare and wellness, there are few things which are happening with our bodies. Evolving human body, I call it. Enhanced intelligence, enhanced sensing, disease-free body, sports optimization, digital hardware enhancement, enhanced strength, increased attractiveness, extreme aging, optimized diet, digital biometrics, and ubiquitous and continual monitoring of the entire health system. So that is what you're looking at. And the use of AI in healthcare IT application market is growing at a humongous CAGR of more than 68%. And this will go on. This will go on long time. Now, the concept of the wellness, it's holistic. When I say it's holistic, there is a physical health, there is emotional health, there is intellectual and spiritual health, social health, occupational health, and environmental health. Now you see, all these, you are covering only part of this in wellness right now. I think the landscape will really broaden further, and you will be able to cover the other areas as well. And there's a huge opportunity, right from managing the disease to managing the wellness, from cure to prevention. So that is the clear shift we are looking at. So I'm very happy to see the beauty and wellness sector all encompassing. Absolute delight to see beauty and salons, yoga, rejuvenation, alternate therapy, fitness, product and sales, weight management. Everything is there. And growing at a CAGR of almost 18 to 20%. Again, as I said, holistic well-being is going to expand further. Now, wellness as a concept, it has taken a multidimensional definition. 12 factors are there. The jobs are going to increase. Also, I'm very happy to see that the beauty and wellness sector has already covered 29 states, 7 UTs. More than 7 lakh people have been trained. And they have a very well developed 60 qualification packs and 635 nurses. Now today, we have more than 4,300 nurses. Now, having said that, let me quickly tell you something about the NCBT. Some of you may not be really aware of why this body has come up. Now, this body is basically overarching regulator in the vocational education and training space. So the development, quality improvement, national skill qualification, framework alignment, the approval of qualification, maintenance of the NQR, also granting recognition, regulation, and monitoring the functioning of awarding bodies, assessment bodies, skill information providers, skill universities, training bodies. Similarly, research and information dissemination, grievance redressal, and other functions as may be required. So right now we're in the process of going for the recognition of bodies, so awarding bodies, assessment bodies, and skill information providers. We have more than 200 proposals received for awarding bodies and assessment bodies, and all sector skill councils are part of this. So this process is already on. And if you look at the total ecosystem, the skill ecosystem has really gone very, very wide, very big. You have Ministry of Skill Development, whereas you have all other ministries as well. 20 other ministries, they're part of this. NSDC, DGTS, sector skill councils, then state skill development missions, SCVTs, skill universities, ITIs, training providers, captive training and employers. Similarly, now we are starting in schools in a big way. Now the Minister of Education is also the Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And that is where this entire thing would really get into each other, intermingled very properly. So that is happening. So these are the components of the skill system. Awarding bodies, assessment bodies, they're already operational right now. And short-term trainings, the 1.25 crore people have been trained so far. ITIs, more than 23 lakh people have been trained so far. And number of qualifications, 4,354. Losses, 32,500 plus. Now, there's a problem. Problem is that so far we have been concentrating on lower level skills. Mainly level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. Very little of the other 6. So 28% is L1, L2, L3, 57% L3, L4, L5, 13% L6, L7, and only 1.7% L9, L8. And total 4,354, out of which about 40% would be dead by now. They would need to be archived. And the very concept of the skill university is that we develop qualifications only beyond level 5. So level 6, level 7, level 8, level 9, and level 10. So that is what we need to do. Similarly, we need to concentrate on heritage-related qualifications. Expired qualifications have to be removed. Industry validation process has to be smoothened. Then revision of qualifications is required. There are new qualifications in areas like toys. So today, if you want to buy any toy, go and see, it's all Chinese. Then multi-skilling is very, very important. Cross-sector skilling is very important. Blended teaching and assessment, both are important. And very importantly, we have made Indian languages compulsory. We will not accept any qualification in next 6 months' time unless it is in English and Hindi, and also in the language in which you are trying to teach in that particular state. The language of that state, that has to be part of the whole thing. Also, though, we are trying to restructure the process of level descriptors so as to ensure the mobility of the workforce. So there are 10 levels, and if you see these levels, level 1 is understand and remember. Level 2 is repetitive jobs. 3 is apply lower level, then apply higher level, then analyze and apply, evaluate, analyze, evaluate and act. Then metacognitive, create, then innovate and create, and finally a visionary master. And right from entry level to assistant level to junior tech and senior tech and supervisory management, higher management, CXO, then owner CXO, and finally the chairperson, the main visionary person. And this has to be taken to all the other components of the education as well. So you have to integrate the general education with vocational education. And then there has to be dignity in kind of vocational education. Rather, it should be aspirational. Dignity to choti baat. So as I already said, lower level NSQF level, that is one of the main issues. And we need to go for higher level skills everywhere, all areas. Also, we are in the process of setting up this digital strategy and architecture portal. It's a total portal which is going to be end-to-end, regulating all our activities. Everything would be available online. And this portal would be able to provide a kind of service to all the sector skill council. If anybody wants to use our portal and carry on with their own businesses, they'll be able to open an account here and then use these services. We are already in the process of designing this whole thing. Similarly, Industry 4.0, we are trying to work on this. Maybe if we create some kind of a vertical in this, also this will work across various sectors: automotive, aviation, capital goods, IT, ITES, electronics. All these sectors, this has to go across. तो ये भी हो सकता है कि इसके लिए एक सेक्टर स्किल काउंसिल क्रिएट कर दे या एग्जिस्टिंग काउंसिल्स में ही इसके नॉसेस क्रिएट करें. सो इंडिकेटिव नॉसेस have also been given. Similarly, for the skill university, NCVT is already in the process of making an act. अभी problem ये है कि there is only UGC act and there is AICT act, and because of those two, no, we cannot have different norms for the skill university. But once this NCVT act comes into being, definitely, all that will change, and we are already in the process. The draft is also being finalized shortly. So we are already working on this. The remaining areas, your university is already following. Now I'm happy to see some cross-sectoral and multidisciplinary operations as well. In your center, you already have a huge connectivity with the industry, on-the-job training. All that is happening in the university. So I'm pretty happy. So with this, I would like to end my presentation here. Now I have another meeting at 12:10, and this meeting is with ILO team, which is sitting in Fiji. So I may have to really drop down because I was going to understand that this session is going to end by 12. So 12:10 is the time for connecting with the other meeting. So I have another 5 minutes. So if anybody has any comments, anything like that, I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I am really grateful and thankful to you that despite your busy schedule, you participated in today's conference. Thank you for enlightening us with the various initiatives taken by NCVT and the components of skill ecosystem. Thank you again and hope that your association with Symbiosis will continue in years to come. Thank you, sir. Now I am happy to introduce today's guest, Ms. Monica Bal. Madam is a Chief Executive Officer, Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council, and is in service professional with 25 years of experience in leadership roles involving strategic planning, organization building, P&L management, with 15 years of multifunctional experience in business management and development. She has extensively worked across India, Southeast Asia and Gulf region to establish and operate brands. Ms. Monica Bal will speak on beauty and wellness skill training and international mobility. Over to you, madam.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Dr. Archana, and a very warm good morning and now a good afternoon. And as Dr. Swati said, a rainy good afternoon. Yes, Dr. Swati, Maharashtra sent us some rains as well. So it had been pouring in Delhi and Gurgaon since morning. First of all, heartiest welcome to Dr. Kalsi for being here with us in spite of his busy schedule, and sir for giving us an insight into an ever-evolving skilling ecosystem which is only looking upward under your able guidance. Thank you so much, sir, for such an overwhelming response that you've given to us, the entire SSC ecosystem, the Skilling University, and even showing us the way forward, not only a 2-year plan or a 5-year, but at least a 10-year plan that you already have in pipeline. So thank you for that, sir. Thank you, Dr. Majumdar, Chairperson and the Chancellor, Symbiosis Skill Professional University, sir, for being here and inviting all of us and giving special impetus to this sector of beauty and wellness, because this sector is one which again does have vertical mobility, as Dr. Swati also mentioned, but has a lot of horizontal mobility, which I'll come to it in my address. Thank you, Dr. Swati, for again having beauty and wellness within the same month, the second time, to be presenting the way forward for this, not only for the skilling ecosystem, for the mankind overall, and for making a Kaushal Bharat a Kushal Bharat. This is our Prime Minister's vision also, that in order, if we have to have a Kushal Bharat, तो हमें कौशलता पे भी काम करना पड़ेगा. कौशलता is skilling. Thank you, Vice Chancellor Dr. Sharma, for inviting us and giving us time and the platform to take this session forward. Thank you, Dr. Archana, for having us here. And thank you, Mr. Kumaravel, founder and co-founder and CEO Naturals, for being here. And thank you all our industry members. I can see Leena ji already here, who are going to be part of the second session as well. And a very, very warm welcome to all the students and their parents. And while I do discuss and I talk about beauty and wellness as a sector specific, which is not only giving you job roles, but entrepreneurship skills as well, I would also like to touch upon the importance of skilling in today's time, and specifically for parents. As Dr. Swati was mentioning, I was listening very patiently to her, and she very rightly said that the social acceptability has been a big issue when we talk about skilling. And my only submission to the parents here is that if you handhold your children and let them take forward their passion into skilling and into their profession, will the social acceptability come? So as a parent, we all, I'm also a mother, we all play a very, very big role in making sure that our children, our the younger generation is given that confidence that we are having their back and we are there to support them, even if they want to make their passion as profession and not only just get into the trades which have been traditional trades across the period of couple of years in India. So very important. Then when we look at the gig economy and when we are looking at a demographic dividend, as the Chancellor Sir had touched upon, it's important that we not only look at getting a job, but we look at creating a job. And as Dr. Swati had mentioned, that there's been the first batch of Symbiosis Skill University under BSc in Beauty and Wellness. All the students have got 100% either placement or entrepreneurship. And I am very happy even to share that one of the students has written a book on hands and feet care. And she'd sent that book to us as well for us to look at it. So we are not only generating work-ready factory and on-job trained staff to be hired by the industry, we are getting the entrepreneurs into the gig economy who, in addition to creating the job chain value, are giving jobs to their own classmates or to their own professional mates. In addition, they're getting into the ecosystem. They're giving back to the ecosystem by either getting into professional education and being our next level of teachers, either for skilling industry or for schools or even for colleges, as we all have requested Dr. Kalsi to look at the entry level for skilling professional to get into this industry, into the teaching profession. In addition, as Dr. Swati had mentioned about the vertical mobility, that from a certificate, there has to be a diploma, from a diploma to an advanced diploma, to a degree and to a master's degree also, which is very important to give that respect and value to the skilling ecosystem. In addition to that, there's a lot of horizontal mobility which is available in our sector, in beauty and wellness sector. And specifically in today's time, when we've all seen COVID coming, hitting us, going back and then recoming, we all are working to make sure that our immunity is in position, we are able to fight the virus the way we've been exposed to this virus in and out, and we do not know in which format it's coming, how it's mutating. The only thing that can work as a preventive cause is your own body's ability to fight this virus. And you get that ability through getting immunity. And immunity is not just by doing a certain bit of exercises or yoga. Yes, that's very important. But it is by even eating right, even by maintaining proper hygiene, that all lead to a better immunity. What we eat is what shows outside, either on our skin, our hair, our nails, what's part of the beauty, what you skin. And skin being the largest organ, the way we look after our other organs, and specifically in today's time, we all are very, very much in touch with our pulmonologists and our cardiologists, because that's how COVID is affecting us. For skin, it's the beauty professional, it's the beauty and wellness professional that we go and we get our treatments and our preventive care to them. Having said that, horizontal mobility comes in that professionals who pass out from beauty and wellness are not only consumed or are entrepreneurs in the beauty and wellness field, but are needed in professions like in the service industry, in the front end of a hotel industry, in the front end of airlines industry, aviation industry. In any kind of frontline office that you pick up, you need people who are well groomed. You need people who can speak well. You need people who are healthy and can represent the organization, because the front end of any organization, any company is the face of that organization. So you need someone, A, who's well groomed, B, who's well presented, C, who's confident to showcase themselves as the brand ambassador of that organization. So horizontal mobility comes in from that. Thirdly, where I would like to come on a horizontal mobility is that in today's time and today's world, we need everyone to be having the basic grooming standards, whether we talk of IT professionals, or we talk of medical professionals, or we talk of teaching professionals. And in what COVID has taught us is to get into a blended form of learning and blended form of meeting. Who would have thought 10 years back that a Symbiosis Skill University will be conducting a national seminar on a virtual platform? Otherwise, throughout we had been in a meeting, in a person kind of a one-to-one kind of an interaction. But in times when we are in a virtual reality, we are in a virtual world, it's very important that we as the face of the organization are well presented, whichever profession you come from. So grooming becomes at the heart of all these is grooming, to be well groomed, to be hygienically presented, and to be able to tell what you want to say in a right and in the limited time span. We all get about 10 minutes to present our thoughts on such platforms, and you have to make that impact. And that comes in if you have all the 5 senses put together: your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being, your financial well-being, everything is taken care of. And as Dr. Kalsi was mentioning, that we need to move from being a curative society in India to a preventive society. So that's where beauty and wellness plays a very, very big role, that we are into preventive healthcare. We are not just into giving you good looks, but we are into preventive healthcare, and we are into increasing your lifespan and living that life in a more dignified and in a more pleasant format. As we were seeing the presentation that Dr. Kalsi had shown, that by 2030, the average lifespan of an Indian and across the globe is going to increase. So while the lifespan increases, you need to make sure that you have anti-aging facilities at your end. You need to be presenting your skin, you need to be presenting your hair and your nails, and that all comes with good eating and good care of your own self. While we talk about mobility, and as we were talking about the kind of ready staff and the ready skilled manpower that India will have in the coming year, I would like to even present here is that in today's time also, there's a lot of opportunities for beauty and wellness professionals, which is coming from European countries and specifically from Scandinavian countries. Specifically after COVID had hit us, we've got requirements coming from the entire Scandinavian region for yoga trainers to be sent across to Scandinavia region, to all the countries in that region once the entire travel restrictions are lifted. We are getting opportunities for beauty and wellness professionals in the Middle East. They want our professionals to come and start working there. And let me tell you here, our NSQF level, the courses that we teach, the courses that have been formed under NCVT by SSCs, which are NSQF National Standard Qualification Framework, qualified job roles, they have the option of an international mobility. They are being matched with international qualifications at the same point of time. So we look at getting our students not only being, after doing the OJT, being occupied and given either a professional occupation in India or an entrepreneurship, but we are looking at international mobility also for our students. Ours is one sector which is 93% is unorganized. So very important that we bring in the gig economy as an organizing, I would say, an anchor to link each and everyone who's in this organized state to get that kind of freedom to operate, but that kind of respect also to come in their profession that they are working in. So while we talk about, and I can keep going on and on about the international mobility and the options that we have, and specifically the kind of OGT that the Symbiosis Skill University is providing to all its students, I would like to just touch upon, when we are talking about Symbiosis based out of Pune, the kind of opportunities that are available in Maharashtra for the students of Symbiosis. Currently, we've got 56,485 well-known salons, gyms, spas, and yoga centers only in the state of Maharashtra. And if I talk about Pune city, we've got more than 8,000 salons and spas, 8,570 to be more accurate, salons and spas and the yoga centers in Pune city. And a small township like Ahmednagar, which is on the border of Pune, also has about 412 such outlets. And I'm only talking about the outlets which is hiring about 5 to 7 staff members under them. Keeping this number of 56,485 outlets in Maharashtra, the workforce requirement, the requirement of demand aggregation that we've done at Sector Skill Council only for Maharashtra in the coming next 2 years is 192,800 professionals. So, Dr. Swati, we need to train in Maharashtra 192,800 students for Maharashtra to get its requirement fulfilled. So, Symbiosis has a huge task in front of them, and I would like all the students who are here on this platform and the parents to spread the word across that there are opportunities which are available right now in COVID time frame also in the state of Maharashtra. So please come forward, get yourself qualified in the sector, and make yourself make a name of yourself the way we have Mr. Kumarwell and Leena ji who made name in this sectors only. Plus, give it back to the society by being in the sector, because you are giving health and wellness back to the society. So Kaushal Bharat is Kushal Bharat, and for making this Bharat Kushal, you need to be skilled and you need to be Kaushal. So with that, thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam, for your enlightening words and continuous support to the School of Beauty and Wellness, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. I am now happy to introduce today's guest of honor, Mr. Kumar Raval, co-founder and CEO of India's #1 salon chain, Naturals. Mr. Kumar Raval, along with his wife, Mrs. K. Veena, changed the face of salon industry in 2000 to a lifestyle industry now. Inspired by his mother, he believes in the woman power and is now on a mission to create a housewife-free India. His long-term goal is to make Naturals the #1 salon chain in the world. Mr. Kumaraval will speak now on earn and learn livelihood opportunities in beauty and wellness.
Happy morning wishes to everyone. Thank you, Dr. Archana. My special pranams to Dr. Kalsi, Dr. Mazumdar, Swati Mazumdar, Dr. Ashwini, and my friend Monica. I think vision is the art of seeing the invisible. These visionary leaders who have spoken before me have put the vision of what is required for this country to take it forward to the 2030s and the 2040s and the 2050s. Absolute delight and a great learning experience for me. Thank you very much for giving that special opportunity. When the Indians look good, they will feel good. If they feel good, they will perform good. If they perform good, again, they will look good. And that is the cycle we want to create in the salon and the wellness industry. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their own dreams. Former president, the people's president, a memory day today. It is his death anniversary. And one of the, the Abdul Kalam's words, which is very inspiring to me, is he is the Gandhi we have seen. It's a very special life. It's a complete life. It's a legendary life. So is Abdul Kalam's death. He died what he loved doing the most, which is talking to the students. First time when we all heard Kalam's death, we all felt very sad. Usually when a political leader dies, we all will feel very happy because next day is holiday. Whereas when the message came, we all felt we have lost a dear friend or a friend. While the earth could have lost a great warrior, heaven couldn't have gotten a better angel. That's called a legendary life, and that's called a complete life. Two of the quotes of Kalam's are very special to me. One is, your entry into this world can go unnoticed. Your exit should not be. Second is, India doesn't require job seekers. India requires job providers. India requires entrepreneurs. Obviously, the first entrepreneur I have seen in my life is my father. I'm from a small town called Kadalur, near Pondicherry, in a large middle-class family. And my father's primary business is to buy pharma products in bulk and put it in small packets and distribute medical shops. Along the way, he did various business. Curious man. He's a very, always looking for new things and innovative. And he went to Singapore to attend an exhibition. And he was carrying a suitcase, and in the suitcase was a Tata bottle shampoo. Fortunately for us and unfortunately, instead of blaming the Tata bottle maker or the shampoo maker, he said, hey, here is a problem. Can I fix it and convert to an opportunity? And that's called entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not about an MBA degree. It is not about having lakhs of money in your bank account. It's not your Tata Birla surname. It's your ability to think different. Can you look at a problem and say, here is an opportunity? Then you are ready for entrepreneurship. I remember I told my father about the pharma products in bulk and put it in small packets. He thought, hey, why not I also pack shampoo in small packets? He made his own machine. He made his own formulation. He packed India's first sachet shampoo and called it Velvet. Last decade, India Today came out with an article about 50 revolutions which changed India after independence. And my father's sachet innovation was number 8 in that. That was one of the most gratifying moments for us. He said something very interesting. What a rich person is able to enjoy, the poor person should be able to afford. At that point of time, the shampoo was used only by the rich people, and the poor people were not able to use that. And that's how he bridged the gap. And that's what I feel entrepreneurship was very special. I fondly call entrepreneurs as the new age freedom fighters who will pull India from the shackles of poverty. Entrepreneurs are the new age freedom fighters who will pull India from the shackles of poverty. Because what India today requires is jobs. Who can create the jobs? It's only entrepreneurs who can create the jobs. And what is the problem? Dr. Majumdar puts it so beautifully. He says, India, it's a young India. It's an aspirational India. And if this opportunity, if you miss it, the same India will become a problem to us. How are we going to cover it? And that's where Skill University comes into the picture. And that's where I love talking to the students and help them to prepare that. The first thing what is required from the students, from everyone, is self-belief. And that's the need. That is the first starting point. When I talk about self-belief, I want to talk about an anecdote and a story which happened. This happened in Florence city in Italy. And the world over, the visitors look at that Florence, that David statue, and they marvel at that. And the story goes back to 500 years. And there was a 18 feet long marble block. And the marble block, the museum officials showed to every sculptors of that age and told them, can you do something with this? Can you do something with this? They showed it to the famed sculptor, Leonardo da Vinci. And he looked at it and he told, it is flawed and useless. It is flawed and useless. Fast forward another 300 years, the next superstar of the sculpting industry came, who is the Michelangelo. And this time the museum officials again showed this marble block to them and asked them, can you do something with that? And Michelangelo said, yes, I will do something. And he commissioned and he started working with his hammer and the chisel. One guy went to Michelangelo and he asked, hey, what are you doing with the hammer and chisel? And Michelangelo told, there is an angel inside. I'm trying to reveal that angel to this world. Within each one of you, there is an angel. Our life journey is to reveal that angel to the world. Even if the whole world believes in you, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody can help you. On the contrary, even if the whole world doesn't believe in you, if you start believing in yourself, nobody can stop you. Quality of the painting is the responsibility of the painter, no blaming allowed. Quality of the sculpture is the responsibility of the sculptor, no blaming allowed. The quality of your life is your responsibility. And that's what the first thing you should understand. That one line I got during that point changed my life. That one line is, I am responsible for my own life and my own success. I am responsible for my own life and my own success. Till such time, I used to think my parents are responsible, my spouse is responsible, my boss is responsible, my astrologer is responsible. That's responsible for my, and so my, that you are responsible for your own success. Fundamentally from there. It's so beautifully, and I want the we run something, and I went to one of before pandemic, and what do you call the have a
Glitch. Exit. I think there is some technical glitch from Sir's side. He has exited the meeting by mistake or maybe by disconnection. So,
Archana, I guess there was some issue coming at his end. His voice was also not clear, so must have been some technical glitch. So maybe you can continue, and if he joins us, very well. Otherwise, I'll just check up with him. Just give me 2 minutes.
so I would like to thank you, Mr. Kumaravel, sir.
I think he has just joined
He's
back.
joined. Archana is joined.
Acha join.
Yeah, he has just joined back, Dr. Archana.
Can I speak?
Yeah, Kumarji, please continue. We lost you in between. Are you able to connect back? Are you audible?
Yeah, it's a connection. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, please
I think so.
continue, sir. Sir,
I think,
please continue.
yeah. So yeah. So I went and met the second person, and the second person also did not recognize me. This time I felt even more sad. Then the third person saw me, and he asked me to come inside, and I came inside and sat in the chair, and he told me, "Hey, are you CK Kumaravel?" I said, "Thank God. Yes, I am." He said, "I was wanting to come and thank you for a long time." And I asked, maybe I thought my franchise partner has given him some salary increment or some special training. I asked him why. He said, "I am working in this industry for the past 14 years. My father was called a barber. I worked with my father, I was called a hairdresser. And the next 10 years, I am working in a salon. And the next 10 years, I'm working in natural salon. I joined as a hairstylist. Then I became a style director. Now I am called the salon director. The way in which I started looking at me has changed. The way in which my family starts looking at me has changed. The way in which the society looks at me has changed. For that, thank you. That is when I realized I have touched a taboo industry, unknowingly made it commercially viable, and today it has become a lifestyle industry. And that, I think, is very important. Each and every industry which is unorganized, the opportunity is to skill them and organize them and create a lot of micro entrepreneurship. And why micro? Even macro, big entrepreneurs, and then create jobs in the process. I think that is where I call the entrepreneurs of the new age freedom fighters who will pull India from the shackles of poverty. I want to quickly talk about one last thing which is very important to me, to the students, because I don't want to miss this opportunity. If you want to be successful in life and in business, all of you should do PhD. I'm not talking about academic PhD. I'm talking about life PhD. P stands for passion, H stands for hunger, and D stands for discipline. Whatever you are doing, be passionate. Your involvement makes you important. It is not what job you are doing. It is how you are doing. If an individual is to be called a street sweeper, he or she should sweep the streets so well, as if Michelangelo has painted, or Beethoven has composed music, or Shakespeare has written poetry. Everybody walking the road should stop and say, here lives a great street sweeper. That is the kind of passion you need to bring into the table. And that's what is required at this point. When I want to talk about passion, I need to talk about my friend, Otto Annadure, one of the Otto 83rd, but Otto Annadure is my friend. You know why? When you get into his auto, he will say Aditi Deva Bhava, means guest is God. And then you get into his auto, there is a spotless clean auto. There is a Tamil magazine, there is an English magazine, there is hot water, there is a cold water, there is a tea, there is a coffee, there is a juice. Then there is a Wi-Fi charging station, there is a mobile charging station, and then there is a TV. And if it is raining, he will give you umbrella. You can return it the next time. Half an hour journey in auto, another is auto journey. You will suddenly think you are transported to another place. A few years before, NDTV made a capsule of 10 minutes for him and put him in the television. He became very popular. Today, he's a trainer for Reliance. He's a trainer for naturals. And he is also what you call a TED speaker. It is not what job, it is not, he is not another auto driver. Today, auto another is a brand. And that's what passion can bring you to the table. Be passionate and passionate about what you are doing. Then the passion takes you to hunger. Passion will get you started. It is only hunger which will make you survive in life. It will make you success in life. A lot of people say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and they're starting their life. And suddenly one small success comes or one small failure or disappointment comes, they say that stop there and they say, no, it will not work. And I talk about an anecdote which happened with Socrates, one of the greatest Greek philosopher. One guy went to Socrates and told Socrates, hey, Socrates, I was told you are most knowledgeable person in this world. Can you give me some knowledge? And Socrates got very angry and he asked, hey, what do you want? And this guy told, I want knowledge. No, not knowledge, I want, he told. He took him by the hand, took him to the corner of the road. There was one small pond there, dipped him to the pond and kept him for 20 seconds and pulled him up and asked him, what do you want? He said, I want knowledge, he said. Again, he pushed him to the water. This time he kept for 30 seconds. And again, he pulled him up this time. This time he told, yeah. And Socrates told, if your quest for knowledge is as much as you want air, knowledge will come searching for you. You should have that kind of greatest batsman, Sachin Tendulkar. Today, he is the highest run scorer and the Bharat Ratna Award winner, both in one day and also in test. You know why? Always hungry for runs. Every day morning, you will go to the practice and you will practice 300 balls. His objective is one stroke he has to improve every day morning. In case he is not able, again he will come in the stroke every day. You should have that kind of hunger if you have to really do well in life. The third one is called discipline. D stands for discipline. When we heard of the name discipline only, word discipline only, we feel very disappointed. Because from the younger days, the teachers and the parents, everybody told discipline. We start hating discipline. We used to think that discipline takes away the freedom. Discipline doesn't take away the freedom. Discipline gives us the freedom. Discipline is the track to run on. Today, train is most energy efficient. Today, train is the most energy efficient mode of transportation because it runs on a track. Discipline is a track to run on. Imagine you are getting into a car. There is an accelerator pedal is there. There is a brake pedal is there. There is a clutch is there. There is a gear shift is there. There is an engine in the front. There is what they call fuel tank in the rear. And fuel also is there. Only one thing which is missing in the car, there is no steering wheel. A car without a steering wheel will not take you from point A to point B. A life without a discipline will not take you from point A to point B. When I talk about discipline, I need to talk about my brother, C.K. Ranganathan, the CMD of Kavin Care. Today, it is a 5,000 crore plus company. When it's go back when he was in the school, he was not in the top 5 of the student. Actually, he's in the university in Chidambaram. Again, he's not in the top 5. He's in the bottom 5 of the student. But after that, he has laid his life based on the platform called discipline. Personal discipline, professional discipline, time discipline, and financial discipline. If he says he is meeting you by 10 o'clock, he will be ready by 9:55. What is a commitment? It is on top of that platform called discipline. He has paid that other skills, and that is where he is now able to become a darling of the entrepreneur, one of the what they call the success entrepreneur from South. So if you want to be successful, you all have to do PhD, which is P stands for passion, H stands for hunger, and D stands for discipline. I end where I began. Your entry into this world can go unnoticed. Your exit should not be. Thank you so much and best wishes.
Thank you, sir. I am sure our students will be benefited and motivated by your advice, and they will try and become entrepreneurs with passion, hunger, and discipline. I'm thankful to you for sharing a mantra that I am responsible for myself. Thank you once again. Now I request Professor Ruchu Kothela to offer a vote of thanks.
A very good afternoon to all of you. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks, especially for our first session, that is the inaugural session, on this memorable occasion. This is a very important announcement that we would be starting with our second session very shortly, hardly after 5 minutes break. First of all, I start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's first session a very resounding success. First and foremost, I would like to thank our special guest, our chief guest, Dr. Nirmaljit Singh Kalsi ji, Chairman, National Council for Vocational Education and Training, NCVET, for sharing his valuable initiatives taken by NCVET in skill-based education, development and vocational education, and views on evolving field of beauty and wellness. Thank you so much, sir. We are grateful to our honorable and very beloved Chancellor, Sir, Dr. S.P. Muzumdar, for his words of encouragement. His able guidance has always motivated us. I thank him for his kindness, his interest, his hospitality, and continued support and participation. The driving force of our university, for her, I would like to say she believed she could, and definitely she did. Yes, to our visionary expert for outcome-based education, skill-based education, our Honorable Pro-Chancellor Madam, Dr. Swati Muzumdar. On the behalf of our School of Beauty and Wellness, I extend my heartiest gratitude to you, ma'am, for all initiation of ideas as well as continuous encouragement. I take this opportunity to thank Madam Monica Bahal, CEO of Beauty, Wellness and Sector Skill Council, for her constant support and cooperation in helping and planning to make this event a grand success. I'm thankful to Mr. C.K. Kumaraval, our guest of honor for today, CEO and co-founder of Natural Salon and Spa, for motivating all the women from homemaker to entrepreneurs. Today, you give very valuable guidance and new horizons to certain words like PhD, that is passion, hunger, discipline. And you are responsible for your life and success, and discipline gives us freedom. So these kind of thoughts, I really think is going to echo in the mind of each one of us. Many thanks to our very enthusiastic and encouraging beloved Vice Chancellor, Sir, respected Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, and also our Director of School of Beauty and Wellness, Dr. Archana, for always their contribution and in this whole process of designing and organizing this event. Not to forget, many thanks to Director Academics, Dr. Manimana Puli Madam, heads, Registrar Office and directors of all schools, teaching and non-teaching staff for their valuable guidance and continuous support and encouragement. And definitely our wonderful students for being a part of first session, which is the inaugural session. Second session is yet to come. The IT team who is being continuous support to us, the digital team, especially Dr. Sagar, for this continuous support throughout this event. So this is the end to our first session. So after 5 minutes, we would be meeting for our second session, where the experts and the luminaries from the sector of beauty as well as wellness, they would be talking and enlightening us on various topics. So please stay tuned. After 5 minutes, we shall meet again. Thank you so much.
I would like to add over here, although Professor Ruchu has said after 5 minutes, but I can see all the participants and speakers present on the screen. So we will resume the second session, not after 5 minutes, but immediately. So I request Professor Ruchu to start the second session.
So a very warm welcome to all of you for our session 2 for today's conference, Skilling Conference. So first of all, I would like to invite Dr. Archana Annapure, the Director of School of Beauty and Wellness. Madam is a PhD holder in Food Science and Nutrition with 35 years of extensive national and international experience in teaching and corporate sector. I request Madam to kindly introduce our School of Beauty and Wellness to all our audience and guests. Thank you.
Good afternoon and warm welcome from School of Beauty and Wellness to everyone for a National Skilling Conference on Emergence of Beauty and Wellness Sector in India's Skilling Ecosystem in collaboration with Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council. I take this opportunity to introduce our School of Beauty and Wellness. Our school offers a unique degree, BSc in Beauty and Wellness, where passion is converted into profession. We also offer BSc and MSc in Nutritional Sciences and Dietetics. For Beauty and Wellness course, Enrich is our knowledge partner, and Enrich helped us creating a wonderful state-of-the-art lab. We have industry partners such as Enrich, Lee Spa, Rina Mogres Fitness Centers, ISAS, Gene Support, Urban Nirvana Spas, Jupiter Hospital, Jahangir Hospital, Pune Hospital, In-Body, Body Analysis, etc., who help our students to gain knowledge. We now begin with the second part of our esteemed speakers from various fields of beauty and wellness, and they will speak on their respective topics. I request my colleague, Dr. Ruchu, to inaugurate this session and introduce the noon participants.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So before beginning, I would like to again introduce our visionary expert, our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Madam Dr. Swati Muzumdar, who is the Pro-Chancellor for Symbiosis Skills and Professional University here in Pune. Madam is MBA and MS in USA. She has done it from USA. She is PhD holder in skill development and vocational education, a global thought leader and renowned expert in higher education and skill-based vocational education, policy advisor to the state and federal governments, as well as part of the think tank established by UNESCO in the field of TVET, that is technical and vocational education and training and higher education. She has successfully established 2 of the India's pioneering skill development universities, one here in Pune, and we are so proud to be part of it, and also the other in Indore. Now I request ma'am to kindly pass the opening address as well as briefly introduce our experts. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
So, a very warm welcome from Pune to all the distinguished speakers, our respected Vice Chancellor, the faculty, staff, and the Director of Beauty and Wellness, and our dear students of the Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. A very warm welcome to all of you for this next session of today's national conference. First of all, my heartfelt thanks to each of the distinguished speakers who I know is extremely busy in their own profession, but have taken out time for their love and affection for skill-based education and the beauty wellness sector, and agreed so kindly to come today and share their thoughts with our students. I'm sure all of us will greatly benefit from your ideas and your life stories on how you succeeded. Always such stories inspire the youth. And I'm sure today's stories and today's thoughts of this national conference will leave a message with us, with all of us, that will last forever. So thank you once again on behalf of this university and Symbiosis for taking out time and being here today in an online mode. I do also hope that once COVID is over, whenever convenient to you, you can visit the university and meet with all of us in a face-to-face model. I think we all are missing that human touch and being able to see each other and meet each other. So my prayers and hopes that we can meet very shortly at the university campus. We look forward to that. I'm happy that this national conference has been arranged on an important topic of beauty and wellness. Many times, beauty is associated with just salons and spas. But in Symbiosis, we truly believe that a healthy mind in a healthy body is really what beauty is all about. And a healthy mind is not just about a healthy body. It is also keeping your thoughts healthy. It is also keeping your thoughts positive. And that is really a mantra that is required for our students. And I'm sure that all of the distinguished speakers will agree that these COVID pandemic times have been extremely difficult for the most important segment of our population, and that is the young segment of our population. These youngsters for whom college life was their life, the on-campus life was their life, they are really missing it. And we are so worried as teachers, as parents, as elders for these youngsters who are unable to lead that eventful, youthful life on campus. I know we are all studying online, kids, but I'm sure that this is not where you want to be. You want to be on the university campus. And I do hope that the next conference, you can make noise, laugh, and be available on the campus to attend it in your wonderful auditorium. Let's pray for that day, and I do hope it comes soon. I think in these challenging times, the conference today means a lot. The topics for the conference touch upon all aspects of the beauty and wellness sector. And as I just said, a healthy mind and a healthy body. And therefore, the wellness of the mind and the wellness of your physical body is so important if you want to not only look beautiful, but if you want to feel beautiful as well. And I genuinely believe in this. And therefore, I feel that the thoughts shared by all the distinguished expert speakers today will help us to carry a message of how we can feel beautiful, not only from the outside, but from the inside as well. I'm happy to introduce so many distinguished speakers today, and I'm amazed of their achievements, each one of them. To begin with, Ms. Gurpreet Sehgal, who is not only the treasurer of the Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council, which is a very important portfolio she's handling for our Sector Skill Council, but she is also a great achiever in her personal life. She is the president and founder of the Nail Spa by Gurpreet. We are really proud of you, ma'am, and look forward to listening to your thoughts. Our second distinguished speaker, Ms. Richa Agarwal, who is the founder and director of the Cleopatra chain of beauty and wellness spa, an internationally acclaimed chain. Ma'am, once again, welcome on behalf of Symbiosis and look forward to your speech. Our third distinguished speaker and a male speaker, so it gives us even more pleasure to welcome you, Mr. Savio John Pereira, the founder of the Savio John Pereira Salon, who is an award-winning renowned celebrity hairstylist. He has been working for a long number of years in the industry and has an illustrious career and achievements in this sector. Welcome, sir, from Symbiosis. Our next speaker, Ms. Sohini Guha, who is the Deputy General Manager, Standards Apprenticeship and Education Initiatives of the Beauty Wellness Sector Skill Council. Ma'am is an experienced professional working in the skill development ecosystem for past several years and has taken many initiatives in the area of education development of the nurses and the course curricula through the Beauty Wellness Sector Skill Council. Welcome, ma'am. Our next speaker, a very renowned person, Ms. Geeta Ramesh, who is the Managing Director of the Kairali Ayurvedic Group, which has proved a benchmark for thousands of people in the age-old science of Ayurveda. Welcome, ma'am, and I'm sure you will bring in a different angle to this conference, especially in the area of wellness, as I just mentioned, which especially after COVID pandemic, we have all become so alert and so vigilant about. Our next speaker from Pune, Ms. Leena Khandekar, who is the director and founder of Lee's Beauty Center and Spa. She has been working in this field for the past 17 years and also a very active member and supporter of CEDESCO and the PG Spa CEDESCO are two initiatives which Madam Leena has been working with very closely in Pune. She has also been helping the university in many areas related to our course curriculum and development. So welcome, Leena Madam, to this national conference. Our last speaker, Dr. Ravindra Mohan Acharya, who is the Deputy Director of the S. Vyasa University, which is a well-known national university in our country, which focuses on various Ayurveda and yoga practices, again, in the wellness sector. So welcome, sir. And I'm sure that your experiences and your learnings from S. Vyasa University will help our students of the School of Beauty Wellness. I have personally visited S. Vyasa University and have a lot of regard and respect for Dr. Nagarajan and Madam also, who have done wonderful work in this novel national university on Ayurvedic practices as well as yoga. Welcome, sir. Welcome again to each of the distinguished speakers. And I'm sure your thoughts and your experiences will leave a difference and a mark in the minds of our students. Thank you very much. Archana, over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for introducing all
I'm
our...
sorry to interrupt. I think one speaker has been left out, completely my mistake.
Yes.
Ms. Leena Mogre, who is India's first female personal fitness and celebrity trainer. She has her own show on 9X TV channel, which is labeled as the Fitness Mantra by Leena Mogre. She is the official trainer for the GladRags Championship, and she has become the COO of the Gold Spin for all of South Asia, which, as you all know, is an extremely popular chain, not only in India, but in many other countries. Leena Madam, a personal welcome to you. And again, your experiences in the area of fitness and wellness will bring a fresh angle to this national conference on beauty and wellness. Fitness is something very dear to Symbiosis and to our students. And I'm happy to inform you, ma'am, that we are making all efforts to keep our children physically fit and mentally fit as well. I'm sure your thoughts and experiences today will take our students further in this area. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for introducing all our luminaries today. So here we start with our first learned speaker. It really gives me a privilege to introduce our first speaker, Madam Ms. Gurpreet Singh, Treasurer, Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council, and President and Founder, Nail Spa by Gurpreet. Madam has introduced many brands to India that have taken the industry by storm. With her team of experts and educators, she has always been busy in education, launching nail spas in India, and helping other salon owners set up their own nail bars to set up the revenue. She brings the latest artificial nail technology from the birthplace of artificial nails, that is USA. So we welcome you, ma'am, and request you to speak on the topic, emerging trends and opportunities in nail care industry. So over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Archana. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, yes, okay. You are audible.
Yeah. Congratulations to Symbiosis for its first beauty wellness graduation. This program is probably the first of its kind in India on such a large scale to give them the intensive training, not only in beauty, but in wellness, which includes fitness, which includes grooming. And these are the important aspects that magnify our professional field, not just one part where we apply the beauty. My background is from IT. I am an IT professional from North America, but stepped into nails coincidentally, and then later took it upon myself once I was in India and realized there was no nail industry here.
Ma'am, sorry, we can't hear you now.
I think she's on mute.
Yes. Gurpreet ma'am, you have gone on mute. Kindly check.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's perfect now.
I'm unable to.
We can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not able to hear, so.
We can hear you, ma'am. We can hear you very well. Could you hear me, ma'am?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able
yes,
to hear
very
me?
well.
Geeta, Richa, anybody, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right, because I cannot, okay. Yeah, so coming from North America, the land of artificial nail industry, so I introduced it to India in 2004, and the career opportunities from that point have gone up within the beauty industry. But I would like to make sure that I talk about the reason why nails is so popular. It is not because it's just part of beauty and fashion industry. It's actually the grooming part. It's because it comes under grooming that it makes such a big impact, which is why there are so many opportunities out there, not just in the nail part, but also related parts. You see, there is careers that people have not heard of yet, just like they had not heard of nails in 2004. So now they have heard of nail technician, but they haven't heard of a medical nail technician. We've heard of salon educators, but maybe not distributor sales education. Then manufacturer education. Then beauty school educators we know, but then they also can be part of the chain of salons and become those educators. So not just a nail technician. In North America, we also have, the nail technicians work on the film sets. They are hired maybe on a daily basis on the ramps for the runways because these people need, and they do a phenomenal career. They become part of the celebrity lifestyles, like the boy who was doing nails for Kylie and the Kardashian family was just a nail technician till he started working on the ramp, right? So there are so many opportunities that we don't know of yet, but they exist. and they will happen. What I would like to also talk about is that these children can go in to the cruise ship areas, which during the pandemic has been very slow, but it's also a huge opportunity out there. Of course, the mobile freelancing business is there. So it's not, when we talk about nails, it's part of makeup, it's part of image consultancy, it's part of so many fields. But we need to make sure that these children are qualified to an international level. So I want to just tell you that from a survey in 2013 in the US alone, they had performed, these nail technicians in these fields had performed $7.5 billion US of services. And then in 2013, which is the 2017 is the latest that I have, is 8.53 billion US dollars. So nail industry might sound like it is a small part, but it is a huge part of the beauty and wellness category. Why I say wellness is, again, because grooming comes under wellness. Of course, beautifying the nails comes under beauty, but there is a huge psychological effect on the person who's getting their nails done. There are people who come to me and they are actually depressed. And then after the services, they get hooked on this service and feel a pleasure. You know, it releases the endorphins when somebody is holding their hands and doing the job. So there is a lot of research on this. There is a lot of study on this. So the emerging trends are all these new careers that are out there to get involved in, to become an expert and become part of the nail industry in India, the evolution of the nail industry, which is the most recent category that got added to the beauty and wellness sector, because we are very, very young. We're not even 20 years old yet, right? So I urge these children that since they have access to such a beautiful program, it involves everything from beauty to wellness to nutrition to fitness, that they take interest in every category and make their careers like a kaleidoscope, so that they can be anywhere in the world and be able to pick up a job, to be able to open a business, to run a venture. And at Nail Spa by Gurpreet, I would be more than happy to share my knowledge with them any point. This is what I love. My passion is education, and I would love to share and get these children going on to the next level. So I'm looking forward to the pandemic getting over, and like Ms. Majumdar said, let's get together and make some noise, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Especially your valuable thoughts on how grooming adds an impact in every industry, and grooming comes under wellness. And also about the way you shared the various opportunities in nail art industry. Thank you so much for your valuable thoughts on this topic. Moving on to our next learned speaker, Ms. Richa Agarwal, founder and director, Cleopatra Chain of Beauty and Wellness Spa. Madam is an acclaimed beauty, wellness, and nutrition consultant, dons many hats, and is engaged as international jury for makeup and aesthetics for OMC World Cup, beauty and makeup jury for India Skills, jury for HPS, EO board member. Madam is a qualified beauty, wellness, and makeup expert who is trained nationally and internationally. And also she is expert in nutrition from PGI Chandigarh. She holds skincare certification from City and Guilds, UK spa certification from Watpo Thai Traditional Medical School, Thailand hair certification from Tony and Guy Academy, Singapore certified registered dietitian, Indian Dietetics Association board member. So we welcome you, ma'am, and request you to totally enlighten us all on the topic, self-employment or freelancing opportunities for makeup category. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Today, I'm going to talk about a field which needs no introduction. And thank you to social media, skill education initiatives, and now the makeup is no more considered as making you look plastic. It is rather about enhancing your features. As I always believe, features are gifted, beauty is achieved. Body is gifted, figure and fitness is achieved. It is about, आपकी सुंदरता को enhance करता है. It is no more now considered as, makeup कर लिया या face को, overdo कर लिया. Makeup was underappreciated art. For that now it has finally recognized as a field, as a profession. A successful career as a makeup artist is now dream for many. This is a field which has so much of flexibility that you don't need to go to a 9 to 10, 9 to 7 job. It is a profession where you can be self-employed, you can choose a freelancing, you can work from home, or you can be an entrepreneur. So it is a it is not making you feel beautiful, but it is also a beautiful field. So some of the areas or a career for a freelance makeup artist are bridal makeup artist, stage and theater makeup artist. You can go for a print media where, the shoots and everywhere you need a makeup artist. You can go for a runway or a fashion shows or a, freelancer for the fashion shows. You can go to TV or a film industry, which is where the freelancers or the makeup artists are necessity. You can join a saloon on, on need base or as a freelancer. You can also be a promoter of a makeup brand. You can be a beauty blogger. You can be an educator, a trainer. You can be an influencer like Huda, Nikki, Mick Contractor, and can influence others and can write the blogs. You can join a fashion industry, modeling industry, photo shoots. Also, there's a very important field in makeup, which is prosthetics, which is high in demand nowadays, especially in film, especially in TV and film industry. So you can take up makeup artists and specialize in prosthetics also. And not to miss is the destination wedding and the bridals. During the pandemic, we have seen that the weddings were on, and whether it was a 20 people or a 50 people gathering, the brides were getting ready and the makeup artists were busy. So this was one of the profession which we can say was not only recession free, but was in pandemic also was doing okay for the people who have chosen this profession. As a freelancer, especially as a freelancer, because when the saloons were closed, people were still calling them at home and getting the makeup, or to the venue and getting the makeup done. Now, when I'm talking about freelancing or self-employment, I would like to also mention that some of the benefit as a freelancer or a self-employed or as an entrepreneur. This is a field which has a lot of flexibility. It has a flexible schedule. You can choose your time, you can choose your people, where, when. You have an option to choose. It is not that you're doing a job and you have to do it. It also has an abundant opportunity to be creative, because this field is something which the trends are every day changing. You can learn, you can be creative, you can actually show your creativity, your skill, and you can keep upgrading yourself. This also has if you want to be, if you want to start your own place as a self-employed, or you want to be a freelancer, this is one field which needs no or a very low investment on infrastructure. You just need your tools, you just need your makeup kit, and then you can go anywhere. You can do, you can have a small setup also, which needs a very low minimum investment. So that's also one of the benefits. Also, with this profession, you get to meet a lot of people, interesting people. You interact with new people every day. It is not like, meeting every day the same people and getting it bored. So it is, interacting and learning more from people and from the exposure. this is also a job which you can, this is also a profession which you can do it with other jobs also. I mean, it is not that the freelancer or makeup artist, you have to just do that. You can pick up other job, or you can do some other work also, and side by side you can earn from this profession also. And especially for the females who are at home, the housemakers, homemakers, they can, pick up this freelancing job or a self-employment. They can take care of their family. They can take care of, if the kids are small, they can take care of their kids, and side by side they can learn, earn also. So for them, it is very important. Also, this is a field where you can upgrade, you can change, you can diversify yourself. So, there are a lot of benefits to be a, makeup artist, especially as a self-employed or a freelancer. I would say with the growing demand, and it is equally important to understand the importance of skill-based education for makeup artists. Being a young nation with approximately 70% of population in working age, employment became a major concern. And on the other hand, the beauty and the makeup industry has a high demand for freelancer makeup artists. So it is a perfect career to opt for. But with the increasing demand, it is equally important to be technically trained with the proper technical knowledge, with the skill practice. So it is important. Now it is no more, initially long back, it used to be look and learn, and you just learn makeup by looking at somebody and you've joined you've picked up this profession. But now, no, with the growing demand, you need to understand the technical knowledge behind the, science of makeup. You need to have more practice and a professional knowledge about the skill. So vocational education or a skill-based education is must to ensure the quality output, especially after COVID, when we need to understand, when we, there's a high demand of hygiene, sanitization, safety, grooming. These are in high demand. So it is very important for a makeup artist to take up a profession with the vocational education or with the, skill education, so that they are groomed properly, they learn properly, they know the, not only the technique of makeup, but the things which support the makeup artist, like, hygiene, safety, personal grooming, soft skills, other things which are required. So I would say that this is a profession which is highly in demand and will always be in demand. Now, when I'm talking about makeup, and makeup is a field which is part of beauty. So I would also like to, enhance. I would also like to talk something about beauty also, because makeup and beauty, makeup and skincare go side by side. People who opt for a makeup artist do also opt for a skincare or a beautician course. So to all the students, they can, they can be a makeup artist also, and they can opt for a cosmetology course also. So I would just like to highlight some of the beauty, some of the options for the people who want to opt for a beauty in general. Like as a beautician, they can work as a beautician, a beauty consultant, educator, blogger, skincare advisor, cosmetologist, aromatherapist, which is in India is growing very fast, the product promoter, manufacturer, product developer. So there are a lot of options. I mean, it is not only that the makeup we're talking about makeup as well as the beauty as a whole. So, and especially when with the time, there's so much of environmental stress, pollution, and things are there where the skin needs a lot of care. So you can also, you can also think about, now I'm not talking about makeup, I'm talking about beauty also. So especially for the students, when we're talking about environmental stress, skin is a necessity, and the scope of skincare consultant or a field related to skin is equally important. You can opt for many fields. There is vast opportunity for people who are opting for skin related field like cosmetology consultant, beauty consultant, beautician, and as mentioned by Gurpreet ji, nail technician. So I think this is a field which is is very good and gives a lot of opportunity for everyone who's opting for, whether it is a self-employment or they're doing a job. Also, this is one field which is, my personal experiences, I was a nutritionist. I started my career as a nutritionist. Then I went into skin, then I went into makeup. And when I went into makeup and skin, I really, felt that this is a profession which really creates so much of happiness, not only for us as a makeup artist, but for a client and people around us. So in the end, I would like to say that, yeah, this is a profession you must opt for to create the happiness around you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was really a very nice and a wonderful session. Your all thoughts about that makeup is all about enhancing your features, and beauty is gifted and a little grooming via the makeup is achieved. And also you have shared various opportunities in the makeup sector with all our students, especially prosthetics. And yes, we totally agree that makeup is an industry which is recession free. Very well said. So moving on, thank you so much. So moving on to our next diversified and talented speaker, Mr. Savio John Pereira, founder of Savio John Pereira Salon, an award-winning renowned celebrity hairstylist whose work has been described as avant-garde, has been in the industry since 1997. This creative genius has traveled across the world, training with skilled artisans in London, Barcelona, Paris, Milan, and New York. His skill and expertise is evident from his impressive client list that includes the famous Indian female actors and personalities Priyanka Chopra, Neha Dhupia, Sonakshi Sinha, Shilpa Shetty, Kangana Ranaut, Mary Kom, and cricketer Yuvraj Singh. He was also the official hairstylist for Hollywood diva Liz Hurley's wedding in Jodhpur, India. We really welcome you, sir, and request you to speak about the topic, careers in hairdressing and styling. Over to you.
Yeah. You can hear me now?
Yes, perfect. Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, good afternoon, everybody. And I'm sorry I've signed up through Rajan's email ID. I'm in Hyderabad right now. So, so in between, I just kind of fit myself. But first of all, of course, I want to thank, I think Richa spoke really well. And so did Gurpreet ma'am. And I want to say hi to Dr. Blossom. Hi, Swati. Hi, Dr. Swati. Hi, Dr. Yeah, there is someone I'm missing. Leena. So, hi, Leena. Hi, Dr. Ruchi. Hi, Leena Mogre. Leena Mogre I should train with Leena Mogre a long time back. Yeah. So, I know a lot of the people over here, and it's great to be over here right now. So, and most importantly, I want to just thank Monica Bal to get me on this panel over here to speak to all your beautiful people. So let's get started. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, so to begin with, hi, I'm Savio John Pereira, and to begin with is that we are in a very, very amazing industry. At least the hair industry, the beauty industry is a fun industry for sure, but it's very, very serious business. A serious business financially. You can make a lot of money. You can actually showcase your artistic skills. So, so it's got a huge platform of a lot of things that can be done. So as much as artistic or creative freedom that you get within a profession, it's serious business. If you take it seriously, you can land up making a lot of money, lots and lots of money. So, you're having fun as well. And at the same time, you're kind of making money, important right now. And a lot of people kind of feel, what, hairdressing or getting into the hairdressing industry is just about cutting hair. No, it's not just about cutting hair. It's about, there are various fields. So if you start off with it on a creative side, is, you get hair cutting, you can be a hair cutter, someone who cuts hair, someone who styles hair, You can be a great colorist, someone who likes coloring hair, styling hair. You have other technical skills as well. So, styling, cutting, men's hairdressing, ladies' hairdressing. So these are the creative forms of our business. Then you have, of course, if you want to kind of get into the business side of it,
Sir,
you can be an administrator, you can. Hello?
yeah, sir. We just lost you for, I guess, 10-15 seconds. Please continue. We can hear you now.
Okay. No, so as I said, what I mean, the other opportunities within a hair salon, besides being a creative person, is you can get onto the management side, you can get onto the administrative side, of being an administrator, of running a salon, which are huge responsibilities and pay very, very well right now. So the opportunities within a salon are great. So you don't have to be someone who cuts hair. So people say, oh, you know what, Sir, but salon industry and it's about cutting hair and I'm not creatively inclined. That's fine. You can get into the administrative part of it, get into the management part of it, where the opportunities are great. You can make a lot of money. Again, it depends on which place you're working in, what kind of a salon you're working in. So all these make a huge, huge difference. The good part about our industry right now is, it's a trendy industry. It's something where you're keeping in touch with what's happening, trending, what's happening around the globe. So it kind of keeps you in pace with what's happening on fashion. So that's one important aspect of it. The second part of it is that what do you call it? How do I say it? When you're a hairstylist, and you want to kind of work in different aspects of it. You can either work on the salon floor, so you can be cutting hair on the salon floor. You can be a technician or a colorist on the salon floor once again. You can be a session stylist. A session stylist is someone who works on photo shoots, creating high fashion images for magazines, for fashion houses, for designers. You can be a stylist for that. You can be a hairstylist for that part of it. You can work on shoots where you can do ad films, you can do movies, working on movie shoots, working on, your Netflix, where you have all these mini series. So you can be working on those kind of shoots, which are creatively inclined, because now it's more about personalizing the look for an entire series or for an entire movie or for an entire ad campaign. So that's another part of it. And another great one is where you can be an educator, a hair educator, basically, where you're kind of completely into teaching, either in the salon, you can be working for a technical company, say for a L'Oreal or a Vela or a Schwarzkopf, as a technician traveling across the country, doing training, people on haircuts, color, technical services, styling. So the opportunities within our industry are humongous. So you're not just a hairstylist, you're just not a hair colorist. You're kind of a multi-talented person. Again, it gives you a great opportunity to become an entrepreneur, where you can open up your own salon, or you can freelance if you want to, and be your own boss. Or you want to start off with something, you want to start off with the salon, you can always start off with your salon. But mind you guys, what, it's not as easy as it looks. My suggestion is, even if you want to be an entrepreneur from a technical background, it's good to have good experience on the floor with some reputed salons, where you kind of get to learn, understand. It takes some time. So it's not a fast process where a lot of people think, oh, you know what, I'll do a course and I'm going to start kind of suddenly cutting hair or suddenly become this really cool hairstylist. No, it doesn't happen. It takes a lot of time, a lot of time, a lot of practice, a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication. You've got to treat it like any other profession. So as I said, though it's a fun industry, it's still serious business. You've got to land up on time. You've got to be doing what you're supposed to do. The more skillful you are, the more trained you are, the more experienced you are, the better demand you have in the market. So for me, when people say, oh, they've taken a few names of Priyanka Chopra, but I've worked with nearly all the celebrities in the country, with sports personalities. The list goes on and on and on. But it's not come easy. It's come with a lot of practice, a lot of training, a lot of commitment to your craft, a lot of dedication to your craft, being very, very passionate. So you've got to be passionate with about being a hairdresser or any other profession you take it. But as a hairdresser, it's always nice to kind of be a part of it. So it just kind of makes it easier once it. So that is pretty much in a nutshell. I think a few other questions are like, Savio, will we get to travel a lot? Will we get to meet movie stars? Will we get to kind of work with famous people? Will we make a lot of money? Again, yes, you will, but it depends on your level of commitment. It depends on your level of how interested you are in your profession. How much are you willing to practice? How much are you willing to train? How much are you kind of willing to give it your all to be this amazing hairstylist? Because people want great haircuts, they want great colors, they want great styling. Most of all, it's your attitude that kind of matters as a hairdresser. It's your attitude of how you work towards your goal, how you work towards what you're doing kind of makes a huge difference. So your attitude matters a lot in our profession. And so in a nutshell, to kind of run you guys through once again, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun industry, but it's very serious business. Okay. A lot of commitment, a lot of passion, a lot of integrity required. It's not just stuck up to cutting hair. So you can be a hair cutter for ladies, for men. You can be a colorist. You can be a technician. You can be a hair educator, teaching people how to do hairdressing. You can work on shoots, photo shoots, magazine shoots, ad films. You can do session work. Again, you can do backstage work. You can do hair shows. So the platform is huge. That's on a technical aspect of it. From an administrative aspect of it, you can become a salon manager. You can become a salon retail therapist, someone who's into the retail aspect of the business. That's huge. So the money is big if you're serious about it. So again, you have retail, you have management, you have administration, so all these are the other aspects of the salon industry. But more and more, I'm not going to kind of bore you all guys out. I've got like 30 seconds left. So, it's going to be fun. But guys, it's fun. It's, you get to meet a lot of people, you interact with a lot of people. It kind of brings out your creative juices. You're creating something interesting, giving people a really good haircut. And it's not just giving them a good or a great haircut. It's about making them good, making them feel good, making them feel special, giving them that amazing service, a feel-good factor. And before I sign out, as I tell all my clients, my colleagues, my friends who have walked in and out of a salon, spread the love, keep the peace. You know what I'm saying? And thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Savio. That was really a very wonderful, fun, and energetic session, especially the way you have shared all the various insights in hair dressing and styling industry. Session stylist, I guess this is something what the students can really look up to. And attitude matters and makes a huge difference. So that was really a takeaway, a very good takeaway. So thank you so much for being a part. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Symbiosis. Thank you so much.
Thanks. So moving on to our next eminent speaker, Madam Ms. Sohini Guha, Deputy General Manager, Standards, Apprenticeship and Education Initiatives, Beauty, Wellness and Sector Skill Council. She is an experienced professional working in the skill development ecosystem for the last 6 years, managing various verticals like education initiatives, development of national occupational standards and course curricula, stakeholder interactions and apprenticeship, with 9 years of professional experience in the field of content writing, curricula development, project management, communications, marketing, and business development. She holds a first-class degree from Amity University, Noida, and is certified by British Standards Institute on Quality Management System. We welcome you, ma'am, and we request you to talk on the topic, Role of Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council in Vocationalization of Education. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Professor Uchu and Dr. Swati Mazumdar and Dr. Archana for giving us this platform. And I think it's a great pleasure to share the e-dais with such eminent experts from the industry. So I would just like to share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay. So as we all know that Skill India mission is one of the major vision of our Honorable Prime Minister to make India the skill capital of the world. Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council was established in order to create an effective and efficient ecosystem for development and imparting skills in beauty and wellness. We all know that beauty and wellness sector is mostly an unorganized sector. So therefore, and there were no regulatory body. So we as a council, we ensure to standardize the course curricula, the assessment and certification process. Regarding the industry trend, I would like to touch upon there is a changing in the customer psyche towards beauty and wellness. Initially, beauty and wellness was considered mostly of a woman-centric industry. But these days, the concept is changing and men are equally responsible in the hike in the beauty and wellness industry. In a recent study, we have seen that almost 60%, there's a 60% hike in the selling of a men's face wash. And on an average, a man spends 30 minutes from its daily routine on personal grooming. So here we are seeing that men equally are very much, they are looking forward to personal grooming. There is an increased level of personal spending. We all know that initially it was the man who was the bread earner of the family, but today women are equally contributing to the total disposable income of the family, and we all have a specific budget. Beauty is no longer seen as a luxury, it is seen as a necessity. The emerging unisex beauty and wellness salon, we know that all big salon chains, they are unisex in nature. Expansion beyond the tier 2 cities and towns. So the rising income, the increasing awareness among the consumer in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and the low rental manpower, these are some of the drivers for the expansion. Then there is advent of new international beauty brands. With we initially never used to, pay so much concentration on what kind of ingredients a company is using. But these days we want products to be paraben free. So all these things have come into place. Next, talking about the beauty and wellness subsector, we have 8 subsectors, starting from beauty and salon, which includes skin, hair, nails, and makeup. Then there is non-invasive cosmetology, which includes the aesthetic skin services. We have alternate therapy and rejuvenation being the new buzzwords. And we all know that Ayurveda, naturopathy, neurotherapy, spa, these have come into picture in a larger way. Weight management, fitness, and nutrition. Again, there are diet consultation, weight loss programs, gymnasium, Pilates. So these all come under our subsector, weight management, fitness, and nutrition. Quality assurance is again one of the major aspects, with the concept of initially beauty and wellness, we had only job roles for the service sector. But right now we are coming up with the manufacturing job roles for the manufacturing units of beauty and wellness products. So quality assurance is one of the important aspects. So we have a subsector called quality assurance. We have yoga, as we all know, yoga being the Indian 5,000-year-old philosophy. We have the preventive aspects of yoga where we are talking about holistic well-being. We have various types of yoga. Then there is product and sales, which includes the beauty advisors, the frontline executive who sell products, the beauty and wellness products. And then there is a generic subsector, which again consists of the frontline personal service management. Going to the next slide, why beauty and wellness course? As there was an article in Hindu Business Line which stated that by 2022, beauty and wellness sector will be the largest job puller, and they would create almost 7 million jobs in the coming years. So we see there's a great prospect, and India being a young nation, so all these skilled workforce will not only cater to the Indian market, but also to the global market. Coming about the various subsectors, we can see that employment and fitness is expected to grow at a 19% CAGR, which is in Indian beauty and wellness, the total growth is 18.6, but for fitness, it is 19%. We see slimming industry is expected to grow at a 22% CAGR. Employment in beauty products and counter sale is expected to grow at 20%. Rejuvenation sector will have the largest growth, which is around 30% CAGR, with 34% in the organized and 27% in the unorganized. Yoga market, yes, it is worth $80 billion. And in India, the market is INR 490 billion. As Monica, in her session, she has told about yoga being a sector where we can get international mobility also, especially in the Scandinavian countries. So we can see that by the next few years, there will be a requirement of yoga professional, about 30 to 35%. Vocational education in beauty and wellness. As we have said, the Skill India have not only made vocational education more aspirational, it has encouraged the youth to take up, because initially there was a mindset that the person who cannot climb the formal academic ladder, vocational education is the last resort. But now it is not the case. The concept is changing. The conversation around this is evolving. So vocational training in this sector has not only attracted the youth and women, men, and also other genders like the transgenders, the special groups like acid attack victims, the war widows, everyone. Because this is a sector which Richa ji has also mentioned that it is a recession-free industry, and also it is age inclusive. The initiative has not only ensured excellence in vocational proficiency, which is backed by holistic skill development in beauty and wellness, definitely it has helped to reduce the skill deficit. Holders of B&WSSC certificates have an edge in the industry in the absence of any approved standards or guidelines. So it becomes imperative for a body like us to channelize the industry in a manner that ensures accountability for its all constituents. Role of B&WSSC. So Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council generally facilitates the following things, like orientation session for the target group. As today also we are having a session where we have the students, the parents as our key audience. So orientation sessions are organized by B&WSSC. We conduct training of trainers, training of assessor. We provide technical guidance for setting up training facilities, especially the lab. What kind of equipment do you need? What kind of tools do you need? So we try to standardize every procedure. Assessment and certification of the enrolled students. Support and placement apprenticeship of the certified candidates. So in order to bridge the skill gap by supporting the institute, college, universities to organize various workshops with the industry. We are an industry-led body. So we generally do all these kinds of activities in order to facilitate all these. Next, we have components of vocational training. So vocational training, we know that 30% of weightage is mostly given to the theory aspect and 70% is given to the practical aspect, because this is a hands-on skill. Here, we all know that the Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council generally conducts the practical assessment, because which is very important in any skill-based training. After the assessment, the students who secures the minimum pass percentage are awarded with a certificate. Then these are the few policies under new educational policies. These are the few things which the council has done. Beauty and Wellness Council has already developed vocational courses for classes 6 to 8 standard in association with CBSE. We all know good habits should be inculcated at the early age. The earlier, the better. Here we are trying to create, we have tried to create modules in a form of a storyboard on nutrition. Like in these days, we are more inclined to junk foods, fast foods. So here we are talking about the basic nutrition, what does a rainbow plate? The personal grooming. Personal grooming is important in every walk of life, whether I am a student, I am a teacher, I am a professional, anyway. So basic personal grooming, personal hygiene, these are covered. Then we have yoga for wellness. As we all know, during the time of pandemic, like everybody was doing breathing exercises. So we are generally touching on the preventive side, where we are teaching them the basic breathing exercise, how to sit in a right posture. Due to this, in the new normal, we are more habituated with more of screen time, and we are always on our laptop or on computers. So the right posture is very important. So all these things have been covered in the course curricula. So by introducing these courses at mid-school level, it will have profound benefit, and it will lead to a sense of well-being in every walk of life with holistic health, happiness, and harmony. B&WSSC have already signed a service level agreement with 24 states and UT for the school education. Like we are running our 6 NSQF compliant courses in the Samagra Shiksha school as well as in the CBSE schools. Blended learning and online training. This is another aspect which I want to share with you. We have prepared online digital learning portal, and these portals will not only help the students to go through the theoretical part, but there are practical videos. But definitely the practical needs to be done hands-on in your lab. But they can give you a reference. These are standardized videos which has been created with the help of industry members. We have upskilling videos also, which you will be getting on the eSkill India portal. These videos are based on these are job role specific videos. This will give you a clear idea from starting from preparing and maintaining the work area to performing that job role. So these videos are available free at eSkill India portal. Careers in beauty and wellness, as all the experts have already mentioned, I would just like to touch upon certain points. Like Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council right now is associated with 157 colleges and 11 universities. And we are running certificate course for 6 months, diploma, 1 year, advanced diploma, BVOC and MVOC courses. Opportunities in beauty and wellness, as Richa ji has mentioned regarding the freelancing opportunity. So it gives an immense scope for freelancing. Home-based salon is again the new buzzword, because during the time of pandemic, and beauty and wellness is a touch and feel industry, people generally don't like to go to the salon. They want home-based services at their doorstep. So this is one of the area where there is a huge growth. Parallel mobility, again, as mentioned by Gurpreet ji, there is a lot of parallel mobility. Like people can work in the media houses as a makeup artist. They can even work in the cruise liners and also in hotels for the spa. So there is a parallel mobility in these various kind of industry. Opportunities other are like entrepreneurship, as was mentioned by Monica, that mostly in this sector, like 70% people go for entrepreneurship opportunities. So entrepreneurship is something which we are really looking at. Then about the 360-degree wellness, as I've mentioned, that wellness is not only about your physical wellness, it's about your mental, spiritual, and emotional wellness. So we have job roles which cater to this. It is about your holistic well-being. Fitness is again one of the important aspects. These days, we all have various kind of apps which help us to track, our daily, how many calories we need to burn, how many food, like what kind of food we should eat. So this is something which is coming into picture in a great way. Regarding apprenticeship, this is one of the major aspects which I want to focus for the students out here. So we all know that in the course curricula, there is a component called internship. But here, as a government mandate, there is a Government Apprenticeship Act, which says that anybody who is above 14 years of age having an Aadhaar card, they can register themselves on the portal. So why not, just swipe this with the apprenticeship part? Because in apprenticeship, in internship, mostly some of the time it is not paid, but in apprenticeship, you get paid. And as well as there is a learn and earn opportunity. So here there is a portal which is apprenticeship.org, where the candidates get themselves registered. It is a portal where their employers with more than 30% strength as mandated by the government has to register themselves. We already have many employers who are registered And we have right now generated more than 3,800 contracts in under NAPS. So apprenticeship has various components attached to it. There is a non-NAPS and NAPS. NAPS is basically a government scheme called National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme, where the basic training provider gets paid for the 3 months training, which is followed by an on-the-job training. There also the government provides you certain reimbursement, which is 15% of the total stipend amount, a maximum up to 1,500. And during the time for the training, the government gives a reimbursement of 7,500 for the industry members. So here there are many industry members who are already associated with us, and they are hiring apprentices. And also for the students, it gives them a benefit, as I mentioned, an earn and learn opportunity, but also it ensures a government certificate, and it gives a scope for vertical mobility. In future, that same student can be recruited by the same organization. So it is a great scope for all the students. Next, another thing just before I end my presentation is Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council has developed, post-COVID, they have developed guidelines, which is to be followed in salons and in various, by the spa therapists, by beauty therapists. So these guidelines, as I've mentioned, it is a touch and feel industry. So these guidelines are available on our website in 11 languages for all the job roles. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was really very, very informative session. Lot of information about the portal, how to register, and also about upskilling videos. What you shared, they are available on free eSkill India portal. Thank you so much. You have shared so many insights about evolving and emerging beauty and wellness sector, learn and earn concept, and beauty and wellness is just a necessity, not a choice or mere just looking good. And plus, we really congratulate you that whatever the initiatives have been taken by Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council to develop vocational courses according to National Education Policy for the children 6th to 8th standard. So thank you so much for sharing all this knowledge with all of us. Thanks a lot. So moving on to our next very, very learned and eminent speaker, Ms. Geeta Ramesh. Madam is the Managing Director of Kairali Ayurvedic Group. After having done Bachelor's of Alternative Medicine and MSc in Biochemistry, she utilized her knowledge and expertise to the fullest and decided to accomplish her vision of taking Ayurveda to a very different level. With sincere visionary steps, has introduced to be a benchmark for others to benefit people across the globe with 5,000-year-old medical science, that is Ayurveda. We all warmly welcome you, ma'am, and request you to kindly share your views on the topic, future scopes in Ayurveda industry. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Symbiosis, and a very good afternoon to all of you. Well, healthcare has become a real important topic nowadays, especially during this pandemic times. It has become a big concern globally. And Ayurveda, as you know, is India's traditional science that has been working wonders for almost 5,000 years and is still relevant in nowadays pandemic times and fast-paced world. It is the only science that talks about prevention. There's no other science that teaches you how to prevent yourself from falling sick, or how to have a body with a disease-free body. But Ayurveda talks about it. It talks about prevention and the curative aspect. So prevention, when you say you have to follow the norms of Ayurveda, the philosophy and the fundamental principles of Ayurveda, which says to do the dinacharya. That means the daily routines. And along with this daily routines, there is also Ritacharya, which is seasonal regimes. So if these two practices are followed very well as how Ayurveda talks about, the chances of this pandemic or even falling sick is very remote. But Unfortunately, it is not so, it's not being done basically. But slowly after this pandemic, we have seen there's a tilt, a real shift towards natural medicines and natural therapies. And this is where the mindset of people are changing. They're accepting this natural medicines as a better healthcare system to take care of their health. And Ayurveda, as you know, has solutions for this. And we also can see that I think in a very soon future, we could then see that Ayurveda being the focal front globally to, as a healthcare system to take care of health of everybody. And along with this, when a preventive aspect of healthcare is going to be implemented, a lot of human resources is required. Lot of job orientations are required. And this healthcare services, like to do the panchakarma, you require a lot of human resources. Well-trained people with high motivated skills, all are required. And so there'll be a lot of job opportunities once this comes, if Ayurveda comes into the forefront. You can be into manufacturing of the Ayurvedic instruments, materials that is required for doing the Ayurveda Panchakarma treatments. You could be in medical transcriptions. You could be in medical, tourism, to bring people from all over the globe to India, so that India becomes the global hub for it becomes an Ayurvedic hub for the global people, where India is the hometown of Ayurveda, and what better place to get yourself completely treated with Ayurvedic therapies. So this is the preventive aspect of what I'm talking. So you can have it in your wellness sector, you can have it in wellness industry, this preventive aspect of Ayurveda put into place. You can also be medical journalism you can take up. You can also take up as documentation of all these treatments and things. And all this is a very good job opportunity for the youngsters that are now looking out for jobs. So this is the civic sector where you can do all this. Whereas our industry also flourishes a lot with products. It's only not products like the ethical products, the classical products, on the OTC products, FMCG products, personal care products, and beauty products. All this is it will be on a higher, will be required more and more as people start believing in this system of Ayurveda. And I think people are now looking, the trend is already set in, and very soon there'll be more necessity and a requirement for all this. And then you can also talk about jobs that you can get through Ayurveda, is not only as a therapist, but also medical professionals, paramedical staff, which is a backbone of this industry. All this also is required. Then for making these medicines, herbs that are required is also very essential. So cultivation and agriculture field also will get enhanced. So enhancement of lot of job will be there for youngsters. Selling of these products online, as retail or online on social media and other places and everything are job opportunities that Ayurveda could give to the youngsters. So Ayurveda is really going in a very big way, or not only domestically, but internationally. We have already, you can franchise this wellness preventive aspect by teaching people globally as to how to do the therapies. and have, wellness centers in various places. Like we already have 35 wellness centers internationally, and the demand and the requirement for this is becoming more and more as more and more inquiries are coming, even during this pandemic times, because the so-called immunity that is required for the body is a big hype now. They want medicines made of turmeric, pepper, which is the end thing to keep yourself away from these problems. And so that's it. I think Ayurveda is there for becoming popular. And as the Prime Minister says, we have to be very proud of what India has, and what better than Ayurveda, which is 100% Indian, and we're very proud to promote it globally for the people at large to be a very healthy place to live and stay and be away from all such pandemics. So follow the norms of Ayurveda, like the preventive aspects of dinacharya, the routines that you have to follow every day, massaging your body with oil every day, eating the right food, having the proper diet, having a proper sleep, it's like a holistic thing, I do. So all that if you follow daily, the chances of you falling sick will be very, very remote. And as an Indian, you should be proud that we can promote this system of science globally. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful session, and the way you have shared all the kind of the opportunities available in this field of Ayurveda. And yes, we all do totally agree that COVID has been a sense of awakening, definitely in tilting the minds of the people towards the importance of all the natural therapies as well as our fundamentals, which always have been there from past so many years, the preventive medicine and also a curative medicine for so many. So thank you so much once again for sharing your wonderful thoughts. So moving on to our next speaker. For her, I would like to say that she has always been the part of Symbiosis. She has always been a very big support factor for especially BSc Beauty and Wellness. Madam Miss Leena Khandekar, Director and Founder, Lee's Beauty Center and Spa. She has been working in this field since 17 years of span with Sedesco and PG Spa Sedesco from Zurich, Body Spa, Advanced Aromatherapy, cosmeceutical diploma in skin treatments, media, bridal, fashion makeup artist, and has done more than 17,000 faces till date. So over to you, ma'am. And we would like you to talk about the topic rejuvenation. Definitely, it is now the buzzword. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ruchu.
Thanks, ma'am.
And I hope I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Yeah. Give me a second, just please.
Sure.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much, everyone, for joining today, and good afternoon, all of you. And thank you so much, Symbiosis Open Scale University and B&WSSC for this initiative and inviting me today for this National Scaling Conference on Emergence of Beauty and Wellness in India's Scaling Ecosystem. This is such a special and unique subject, I'm sure. And it's a great pleasure to listen to the views inside about scaling by Honorable Dr. S.B. Muzumdarji, Dr. Swati Muzumdarji, even Dr. Nirmaljeet Kalsiji, and Ms. Monica Behelji. And also would like to say that Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharmaji, it was very good insight from you too, and all other renowned key speakers. And thank you, students and parents, for your participation today. So skill is creating, I always feel that skill is creating new generation with appropriate skills. Skilling is very, very important in life, as developing these skills will allow us to feel more confident in using emerging technology and helps us become faster in finishing tasks for our respective field. And that is very, 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 I feel, according to me, it is a key point, and all the eminent speakers always have mentioned in their speech today. I have seen how Symbiosis Open Skill University is creating new generation by developing their right skills. And beauty and wellness sector is a backbone of our industry, I must say that, and we are experiencing it since many years, since its establishment. And we are very happy to be a part of B&WSSC and thankful to Ms. Monica Behel and team B&WSSC for their strong support always to us. Now, the topic given to me today is all about rejuvenation. Now it's a buzz. Rejuvenation is to make someone look or feel young and energetic again, internally and externally, because any treatment you do in beauty services or beauty business, we really have to see what effect are you giving internally and externally, which will certainly help in rejuvenation. And this is a process of representing body cells, giving more positive approach. And it helps to reduce stress and anxiety, because nowadays we all have different type of lifestyle, hectic lifestyle. And if we relate this rejuvenating concept, then there are the spa treatments, which I really would like to enhance more on. Spa meaning is, that is SPA, so Sanitas per Aqua. It is medicinal rejuvenating therapy, helps you increase your metabolic activity, boost your immune system, stamina, and also helps in mind and body rejuvenation. This particular treatment has lots of physical and psychological benefits. Each beauty services or body treatment services has these aspects, obviously. And there are various aspects which we need to take into consideration, like according to body skin problem, as per client skin analysis, we need to advise a certain treatment which will help heal and relax their body by giving appropriate treatment. For example, let's say, what kind of a products are you using? What type of body wrap are you applying on your client? And what body area or facial area you are going to do in your treatment. And there are certain massage treatments also which you can combine with it. Like, for example, Swedish, Balinese, Thai, sports massage, shiatsu massage. So there are wet massage therapies as well as dry massage therapies, which you can inculcate with it. And there are various options which you can advise, followed by right home care and next follow-up settings. And I must say here that one should give more importance of spa therapies in each one's life, because rightly said by Dr. Swati Majumdarji that a healthy mind in healthy body, and it surely helps you build positivity. And I strongly believe that. And nowadays, elders and even kids have stressful lifestyle, irregular lifestyle, and by taking spa therapies will be more important now due to this corona situation or due to this pandemic situation. People are so stressed due to these reasons, like many of them have lost their jobs. Students are attending or their colleges or maybe school online from home, and no social gatherings are happening, and certainly it has impacted our mindset. So beauty and wellness industries are blooming nowadays and giving the immense opportunities for the newcomers who wants to work in this field. So job opportunities in the spa field, if I want to emphasize more on, would be self-employment is one option where you can open your day spa, start mobile services. Freelancing is the one aspect inculcating that. Also, there is an option to open a hotel or resort spa, or you can work there as a spa coordinator, technician, maybe medicinal spa. Here, one needs to be a doctor, or you can associate with a doctor who can advise patients with the medicines, and you can look into spa external services or treatments. Now, or you can become spa therapist, you can do specialization in various rejuvenating massages, which I have earlier mentioned, and you can work as a consultant with spas. You can become a coordinator, maybe for resort spas or hotel spas. You can get opportunities on cruise. You can work with personality development sector, get associated with the gyms and coordinate with them, and you can get a job there as well as a consultant or maybe as a therapist. Also, you can work and associate in association with salons, those who want to start offering spa services, or you can try for even franchises. So you can become a spa trainer and teach various spa treatments. You can be a blogger, write blogs on the health and wellness, or maybe a right mind aspects. There are many such subjects which you can write a blog on. Now, I here would like to end with one quote by Kim Collins: strive for continuous improvement instead of perfection. This I strongly believe. I follow this quote a lot. Now, future will be belongs to those who will learn more skills. I really would like to say that develop your current skill set by continuing your education at every stage of your life, by taking more responsibility at your workplace. Be patient. This is very, very important. As Savio said, that this field has a big money. Believe me, due to pandemic situation, we all are suffering or having some or the other financial crisis happening. But this field has big money, but it will come to those who will have a patience lifestyle. And of course, just be patient while doing your business or while doing your job. So more important is finding a mentor, and that to give you a very good guidance, and it is very important aspect of your life. And as mentioned by Sohini, rejuvenating sector will get a growth by 30 to 35%. People really have realized the importance of taking good care of themselves, and surely this field is going to be a vast scope for all of us. By developing your skills, you can really progress in your domain. And thank you so much all. Thank you once again, Symbiosis Open Skill University, B&WSSC. Happy skilling, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. So that was really a very, very informative session. And yes, you rightly said that this COVID has been a sense of realization for all of us. And as it is said that sometimes difficulties give opportunities to so many. So beauty and wellness sector has really got an opportunity in this kind of pandemic, that people have realized that how rejuvenation therapies are important. And yes, you rightly said that spa is a medicinal therapy which boosts stamina, immunity, as well as overall increase the BMR. And yes, a perfect learning for all our students that this field has big money, but learnings and patience is very, very important. So thank you once again for all your sharings. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So moving on to our next learned speaker, Dr. Rabindra Mohan Acharya ji, Deputy Director, S. Vyasa University. Sir is MSc and PhD in Yoga and Deputy Director at S. Vyasa Bengaluru, Associate Professor at S. Vyasa, Secretary S. Vyasa Delhi, Joint Secretary NYSF, Visiting Faculty CIMR, AIMS Delhi, Jury Yoga Olympiad, NCERTE Delhi. We really welcome you, sir, and we request you to kindly share your views on the topic, which is really a lifestyle now, that is yoga, a 360-degree approach to holistic wellness. Over to you, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. We can hear you.
Namaste. Good afternoon to everybody. This is the skill development, the skill council. And you know, this the fact is yoga, Bhagavad Gita says, yoga karma sukaushalam, means yoga is a skill, the perfection of action in any field. That is called yoga. To bring perfection in all the action is called yoga. So yoga is a technique to bring the perfection in each and every field of our life. As a student, and you know, we introduced in our university, it's called Abhimanyu Yoga. When a child in the homes of the mothers, so what are the techniques we can teach to the parents, and they will learn to give a good progeny. So it's called the Abhimanyu Yoga. So when you come to the child, as a child, what type of yoga we have to introduce. It's called Yoga for Anger Management, Yoga for Emotion Culture for the children, and Yoga for Memory Power Improvement, Yoga for IQ Development, and Yoga for the adolescents, and Yoga for the eye power improvement, Yoga for voice culture. So the different type of yoga, as you know, now it's very popular now, the people saying yoga for facial yoga, called brain yoga. In England, it's very popular, it's called brain yoga. What type of techniques we have to introduce that to find out that to bring a memory power to improvement. So like that, now, you know, South India, they do some, in the temple, they do some rituals, how to catch all these ear and to sit down and sit down. That's a technique in front of the Ganapati to do. And that is called this, introducing in England, it's called using very popular, it's called brain yoga. So now we can develop it in different organs also. So how to reduce the fat on the abdomen? So it is the belly, stomach yoga. So in different, each and every organ of the body can be defined, different yogic technique, and to bring it to this, to get the more and more benefit. Of course, yoga is a science of holistic living, as mentioned all of you, in a different way. So yoga is a science of holistic living. It is a techniques how we bring a perfection in our day-to-day life. You know, the Bhagavad Gita says, Nahi kaschit khanamyapi jatu tishtatya karma krut karyate havasa karma sarva prakriti jai guni. Nahi kaschit khanamapi jatu tishtatya karma krut. Nobody can be away from the work. You have to do work. So how? And as for our prakriti, the way we work. So what yoga can help to skill the way we work. So it is very much necessary to introduce yoga each and every field of our work, like as children to a youth, a housewife, and in each and every profession, we can bring it to that. So it is the need of the time, so that we can introduce yoga as a skill council has introduced already in different certificate courses, diploma courses, and it can be defined in more and more in the time being. And we know that it is very popular nowadays during this pandemic. The wellness, the beauty is called this sense pleasure. So how you can bring the beauty in the sense can be pleasure, to get a please about this, the sense you can please the sense, and that is beauty. And it's not beauty and wellness, beauty in wellness. If you have a wellness, then you can express your beauty. So that's what there is a different courses and can be introduced and bring it to this and skillful to the different people. So another one things I want to say that pandemic time, we know all very much popular that the immunity is called neuro. The physiology now we can define it like this. The wellness can be defined like this. Neuro, immuno, psycho, neuro, immunophysiology. The physical body is like this: psycho, neuro, immuno, and physiology. What our physiology, our physical body, it looks like is depend upon the immunity. And the whole body is our physical body. It looks like one body, but in reality, it is a 50 to 100 trillion cells body. Our physical body, it looks like one physical body, which is a community of cells, of 50 to 100 trillion cells body. So if you want to bring a healthy body, so each and every cells of the body, you have to work out. And they are a very good cooperation of all the 50 to 100 trillion cells when they come as a one physical body together. So it depends upon the immunity of each and every cell of the body to develop. How every cell of the body by introducing different yogic technique so that we can bring a wellness among the 50 to 100 trillion cells, community of cells of our own physical body. It depends upon the immunity. This immunity depends upon the neuro, circular from the brain, and how the neural network in our whole physical body. The neural network is depend upon our psychology, what type of thought we are thinking, and it is depend upon here what type of thought, how a positive thought I can introduce to my mind. So how it depend upon that, how will be. That's what yoga definition is. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha, the modification of the mind. How can I modify my mind? In this present content, how I will modify it? Or Yoga Vasishtha say, manaha prasamana upaya iti vidhiyate yogaha. Manaha prasamana. It is a technique to calm down your mind. Yoga is a technique. So different yogic technique like asana, pranayama, kriya, bandha, mudra, or different yogic technique. It has a technique to bring and develop our inner quality. That's the perfection in our action. That's what it is a upaya. It is a technique. Yoga technique to bring perfection what is within us. So it is very much necessary. We have yoga can be introduced each and every field, and can be it is a very good initiative of Skill Council and also the Symbiosis to introduce yoga. And the yoga is a part of this Skill Council. So thank you very much to give me a chance. And we can create a different type of this certificate course in different field, like in this education field and this school level. And of course, all of you might know, is a part of the NCERT yoga curriculum. And also almost all this central university have a yoga department. And also most of these states, they have each PHC in health center, they have a yoga teacher. And also we can do it in every industries, have a yoga teacher. And so bring the health and wellness of this, our fellow beings. And it can be defined in different courses to skill the people on their works. Thank you very much for giving me a chance to introduce. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And you truly said that, yes, yoga should be in each and every field of life and work, and how yoga contributes in your psycho, neuro, immunophysiology. Thank you so much for your insights. And we would also like to share that our Symbiosis Skills and Professional University at our School of Beauty and Wellness, we do teach to our students alternative therapies, yogic sciences to them. And we are definitely planning to think about some other courses in yoga where we would be seeking your wonderful as well as expertise in the same. Thank you so much, sir. Moving on to our last speaker for today's wonderful National Skilling Conference, Madam Miss Leena Mogre. She is from holding the distinction of being India's first female personal fitness. She started off as an aerobics instructor back in 1990 after already completing her PhD in food science and nutrition. Following this, she set up a fitness academy in 1994. The very effervescent Madhuri Dixit Nene was her first client, followed by so many others like John Abraham, Bipasha Basu, Samira Reddy, Katrina Kaif, and Isha Kopikar. She has also her own show on 9 Cross TV channel, Fitness Mantra by Leena Mogre. She is associated with some very popular shows like Nach Baliye as well as Big Boss. Her fitness is the official trainer for Gladrex, that is Mega Models Manhunt and Mrs. India, and Elite Models. In 2001, she became the COO of Gold's Gym for all of South Asia and set up more than 10 gyms across India as well as Bangladesh. In 2005, she started Leena Mogre's Fitness and successfully ran it for 10 years. She wrote her Total Fitness book in 2015. And of course, she has won more than 36 awards nationally as well as internationally. So Symbiosis really welcome you, ma'am. So over to you to share some insights on the topic, fitness industry, embracing body positivity and achieving self-well-being. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for the great introduction. And I've got the most challenging time slots, considering everybody must be hungry by now at the end of the conference, and really, really mentally very, very saturated. And of course, there were all these esteemed guests who have given excellent knowledge to everybody. But right now, if you go to see, the fitness industry in the pandemic is really suffering, because most of our places are on rent. Our equipment is very, very high cost. So the capital investment is very high. And personally, luckily, I was about to open a gym and I didn't. And I've right now, so I have no gyms operational, and we'll be operating only after 1 or 2 years more, or maybe 2 years more, because I'm giving myself time to see how the industry goes. A lot of gyms are shutting down, okay, because for our brand, Lina Mowbray's Fitness, we have to see that our equipment is up to the mark, and these are all imported equipment. The dollar rate and the import duty, everything is very high right now. And of course, the returns are not good, because as a gym, at one time, I have 100 people working out. So in a particular given hour. So it's impossible for us to cut down our people to 50% and, you know, all these things. So plus increased expenditure of sanitization, and there are so many trainers. See, abroad, it's very good because they don't have import duty and stuff, and their equipment is not that high cost, as well as the rentals are not that high. And they have already altered their gyms for the pandemic use by having dividers and partitions and cubicles where they have weights and a similar set of weights in every cubicle. So it's impossible in India to do all that. So I guess right now, the best thing is to do online. Online is doing very well. And that's the best way to go about, to do online training for all your clients, or have group exercise classes online. But the main thing is, like the beauty industry or a spa industry, unless and until the person is in front of you, you can't do anything much. But in fitness, we are lucky a little bit that way. At least we can train online. And there is a lot of personal training happening. The personal trainers are doing well. So coming to body positivity is a combination of all these sciences, the beauty and wellness. But fitness forms, of course, the foundation, because if you're not fit, yeah, any kind of beauty treatment or any kind of treatment is not going to be working that well as it would have if you're fit. So a combination of yoga, a combination of weight training, a combination of cardio is very important, because the fitter you are, you're going to have feel-good hormones that are going to be released from your brain, and you're going to have very, very positive outlook. See, the main I could say advantage, or the main benefit of exercising and of fitness is great body posture, great self-esteem, good skin, good hair, self-confidence, feel-good hormones that give you positivity, and that give you the strength to face whatever comes up. All the stresses of life, you can face them better, because you are having the feel-good hormones already released when you are working out. And of course, when you're working out, you get great benefits where your body is concerned. So if you're fit, you're not going to put on weight. And of course, when you're in a fitness and wellness industry, presentation is very, very important. Because if you're not going to be fit, not I'm talking looking fit, but actually being fit mentally as well as physically. So it's very important for a person who's a fitness expert. Always people say fitness means it's a trainer. That is not the case. Number one, it's a fitness trainer. There's a personal trainer. personal fitness expert, personal coach, lifestyle coach. There are celebrity fitness experts, celebrity nutritionists. So I guess when you put a photograph in a conference, I guess you have to take utmost care than just writing celebrity fitness trainer. You can write celebrity fitness expert, okay, considering the years of experience the person has. You know, there are so many aspects that go into it. So when we are talking about looking fit and being fit and internally being fit, there's a big difference, okay? Looking fit, people can be looking thin, they can be having six packs, but they may not be as fit, okay? They may not be as fit because there can be steroids going in, there can be supplements going in, banned substances to be that are taken. So there are so many aspects about all these things which need to be taken care of. So body positivity comes when you are actually fit. There are so many examples I could give you. There's Milind Soman, there's Sudhanshu Pandey. I have my own show that is on Insta Live nowadays. Everybody out there can follow me, on which every Friday at 7 p.m. I interview a celebrity. And last time we had the NCB chief, Samir Wankhede. So I asked him, how come you are so fit? Usually the whole thing is everybody's pot-bellied in this kind of work. And he said, I am the leader of my team and I need to be leading by example. So I asked him, how many calories do you eat? So he says, I don't eat more than 1,200 to 1,300 calories. And if I have to run 14 stairs, I have to run, that's it. And he works out every day. So I said, when do you get the time? Because that is the biggest excuse people have. I don't have time to work out. If you have time for Facebook, if you have time for social media, you have time for workout. And that's how you're getting body positivity. So he said, even if I get 20 minutes, I work out one body part, or I go for a sprint and jog. And even if I put on 800 grams, I do take care that I don't. So this is the kind of fitness he has. I interviewed Bharat Dabolkar. Bharat Dabolkar said the same thing. I don't drink, I don't smoke. He has not touched this in a single day of his life. And he's looking the same. So I said, you look the same for the past 30, 35 years, I know you. How come that is the case? So he's saying that is fitness. And I think you met me when you were 4-year-old. So I think when you are fit, you are smiling a lot, you're talking with great enthusiasm. So I think these are the things that you need to imbibe, even though you're in serious business. Even fitness business is a serious business. You need targets, you need staff, you need staff management, all those things. But if you're not fit, the way you walk, the way you enter the room is very important. If you enter your gym all tired and workplace, and if you enter it with a good posture and positive attitude, that's going to help you a lot and take you through it in the long run, because that's going to give you a lot of innovative ideas for your business. So body positivity is not only body positivity, is mind positivity, is mental, it is internal positivity also that you need to be concentrating on. So one is that, and another thing where skills are concerned for a personal trainer or any person into fitness is empowering your knowledge all the time, keeping up with the trend. Like when I started my career in '94, we used to have gyms which were morning 6 to 10 for men, 10 to 5 for women, and 5 to 9 for, again, men. And then we modified it according to the need. And we have gyms that are unisex. And Lina Mogre's Fitness was the first gym that was 24 hours, because that was the need of the hour. Okay. And we were the first one to have a 1-hour fitness assessment, which is so important to know about your aerobic capacity, muscle endurance, muscle strength, about your flexibility, about your grip strength, about your mental strength. So these are all aspects that go into making your fitness routine, whether you include yoga, kickboxing, you include power yoga, you include treatments, you include massages. So the whole routine is to be formed, and fitness has to be made as a lifestyle. It just cannot be one aspect that you take and that is what it is. For me, whether it's wellness, beauty, or whatever, it is fitness is a lifestyle. If you don't make it a lifestyle, you are not going to be achieving the results that you want, whether it is mental fitness, whether it is body fitness, whether it is aerobic capacity, whether it is muscle strength, muscle endurance, flexibility. All these are different aspects that you have to keep in mind. So that was, I was trying to emphasize that now you have to again modify it to online. So first there were split timings, then we had unisex. I started 24 hours. So I think there are 1 or 2 gyms who were 24 hours, at least till 12 midnight. People started having their gyms open after that. And now is the time to modify it again to online fitness, because that is what the pandemic has taught. And one thing was very common, what I heard from all the experts, is the pandemic has made everybody realize that fitness, wellness, beauty, everything has to be a lifestyle. Till then, you're not going to be fitness. And let me tell you another very important aspect just struck when I was talking is in this entire pandemic in India, the most Googled word was immunity. Immunity and immunity. Everybody started drinking haldi and haldi ka doodh and all that, which is there for ages with us. So that's why I always say fitness is a lifestyle. If you're doing all these things right from beginning, you just don't need to jump into everything and keep doing all these things or start doing all these things. So if you have been doing it for a long time, it becomes a lifestyle. So that's what I want to say. And thank you for giving me this chance. Thank you, the panel of experts, and thank you, Symbiosis University, Skills University, Pune. And thank you, Archana. She happens to be my college friend. We did our masters together and we really had a great time with the most naughtiest student. I always emphasize whenever I give a talk in Symbiosis that we were the most naughtiest batch in the entire college. So all you students who are listening out there, Archana ma'am looks very serious, which is very naughty. Remember that. So all of you be fit, make fitness your lifestyle, and join me on Insta every Friday, 7 p.m. to meet the celebrities. And the name of my Insta live is Get Motivated with Leena Mowbray, Fitness Motivation with Leena Mowbray. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. That was quite an insightful session, especially about all the components of the fitness. And yes, you rightly said that in this COVID, immunity was the word which everybody was looking. And yes, your thoughts on it's just not all about looking fit, it's about being fit. So thank you so much once again for sharing all your views on body positivity. So now the platform is open. If any student has got any question, 1 or 2 questions could be taken. So is there any question?
I think everybody's hungry. It must be lunchtime for everyone.
That is true. Yeah, just
I had my lunch at 12, so I was lucky.
Yeah, just checking in the chat box, ma'am, if there is any question for any of our speakers.
Thank you so much, Leena, for being here. And can you hear me? Leena, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you so much for being here and motivating our students. And of course, you have disclosed some secrets as well. But my India students are motivated.
Yeah.
And if there are any questions?
No, I really do not think so. So I guess with here we have come to an end of today. Very wonderful day, what I feel, a day filled with learnings, expertise, sharing so many of their, whatever they have learned. And it was a learning for all of us, whether the teachers, the faculties, or maybe the students. So with here, I would like to pass the vote of thanks. It is really a great honor and privilege for me to pass it for our second session. So first of all, as always said, I would like to thank the God Almighty for making this wonderful national skilling conference on emergence of beauty and wellness sector in India's skilling ecosystem very, very successful. I would also like to pass thanks and grateful to our Honorable Chancellor Sir, Dr. S.P. Muzumdar, as well as our respected Pro-Chancellor Madam, Dr. Swati Muzumdar, for always their continuous support and encouragement so that we can organize such wonderful events. I would like to extend my thanks to Monica Madam once again, the CEO of Beauty Wellness Sector Skill Council, for her constant support as well as cooperation in helping and making this event a very, very great success. We had very distinguished, learned, as well as eminent speakers today. It really takes me as a privilege to again announce them. Ms. Gurpreet Sable, Treasurer, Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council, President and Founder, Nail Spa by Gurpreet. Madam Ms. Richa Agarwal, Founder and Director, Cleopatra, Chain of Beauty and Wellness Spa. Mr. Savio John Pereira, Founder, Savio John Pereira Salon. Ms. Sohini Guha, Deputy General Manager, Standards, Apprenticeship and Education Initiatives, Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council. Ms. Geeta Ramesh, Managing Director, Kerali Ayurvedic Group. Ms. Leena Khanderkar, Director and Founder, Lee's Beauty Center and Spa. Dr. Rabindra Mohan Acharya ji, Deputy Director, S. Vyasa University. Madam Miss Leena Mogre, first celebrity fitness trainer and owner at Leena's Mogre's Fitness. Such an eminent speaker. You all have shared wonderfully so many insights about the beauty and wellness industry. I'm very sure we all are going to take the benefit out of it. And not to forget our very enthusiastic as well as encouraging beloved Vice Chancellor Sir, respected Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, as well as the Director of our School of Beauty and Wellness, Dr. Archana Innapure, for her constant support and motivation, and also for Sir constant participation in whole process of designing this event. In the end, I would also like to thank the whole IT department, Mr. Bharat as well as Lakhan, to make this event a success. Not to forget each one of you who have participated in this event. That is the directors of various schools, heads, teaching as well as non-teaching staff, and definitely you, that is our wonderful students, to be a part of it and to make this event a great success. Really thank you on the behalf of Symbiosis Skills and Professional University and School of Beauty and Wellness to each and every one of you who has been over here to make this event a success. Thank you one and all. You all can now, we have come to a conclusion. So here is the end. So you all can proceed for lunch. Thank you.